Seconds to go, you think it's over.
Yeah, you think it's over, empty netter, and next thing you know.
Had it all. Short-handed, major penalty. It's good. What time?
The last team in the field, they needed to have Ohio State lose to Wisconsin in overtime to get in. That happened. They got in the field. Now they get to the Frozen Four, and they're the big underdog in this game. They have no one big star, but Rocco Grimaldi's fun to watch.
When's the last time North Dakota wasn't a favorite game in college hockey? Rocco Grimaldi's an unbelievable player. Right here, you're going to see him create a turnover against Wisconsin in the neutral zone. Steals the puck, and he's one of the fastest players in college hockey. One of the most exciting players in college hockey, and he can also backhand the puck really well down the ice when the net is empty. He must have a good game against Minnesota if North Dakota, the underdog, has a chance of winning this game. He's extremely exciting to watch, John.
Florida Panther draft pick. Now time for our Capital One impact players, Barry. And of all the people I saw in person, no one was more excited than Mike Riley. He'll skate every inch of this sheet.
9 goals. He plays a ton. He plays with a ton of emotion. The players really love playing with him. He's very exciting. We'll take some chances, but he doesn't care. He just loves to play. Dylan Simpson, son of an NHL player. His father was a star in the NHL, and he's a great defenseman too. He'll run a lot of the offensive sets of the North Dakota team. But 2 great offensive defensemen, 2 great competitors, John.
Dylan Simpson, son of Craig Simpson. Quint Kesnick is down by the sheet, and Quint, these guys didn't play during the regular season.
First time in 67 years that these schools didn't face each other. Obviously, it's a casualty of realignment. Minnesota heads to the Big Ten, North Dakota to the NCHC, and fitting for fans here that the two would meet with the Frozen Four on the line. The schools are only 315 miles apart. The traditions, well, they love hockey and they love winning, and that collides. You can compare this to Duke, North Carolina, or the Iron Bowl, Alabama, Auburn in college football. And in Philly, it's been all Golden Gophers everywhere you look on the streets, or those good-looking green sweaters out in full force this week, John.
The most noise on Twitter today was Minnesota and North Dakota playing this hockey game. Let's take a look at how these two teams plan for success, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual, Barry.
Well, again, you look at these two teams. North Dakota's got to create traffic in front of Adam Wilcox. If he sees it, he's going to stop it. They must score those ugly, greasy goals. They're not the skilled team they used to be. Minnesota wants to play fast. They've got a ton of guys that can fly. They got some of the fastest players in college hockey. Push the puck, push the puck. That's what they'll be trying to do all game long.
The tenders for this game, Adam Wilcox grew up in South St. Paul, Minnesota, and Don Lucia told us, the head coach, he's been the best player all year.
Well, if he's their best player all year, that means he has to be the best player in the biggest game of the year. He's fantastic. His numbers are awesome. The guys love him. He's a great kid. We got to meet him. Super competitor. So he must be awesome if Minnesota's going to move on, John.
North Dakota has a great goaltender, Boston Bruin draft pick Zane Gothberg.
Man, the numbers are just fantastic for these goaltenders. North Dakota is a team that maybe gives up the odd chance here or there. He's always bailed his team out again, just like Wilcox at the other end of the rink. Both these guys must play well for their teams to win. It might come down to a battle of goaltenders, which one blinks first.
Dave Haxtell, the head coach for North Dakota. He played for North Dakota. He's an intense man, Barry, with one of those iron gripping handshakes.
Yeah, and boy, he's been here a lot of times. He hasn't won yet. The pressure's starting to mount on him back in North Dakota. Nothing would be better for North Dakota for them to go home with the Frozen Four championship.
Don Lucia won back-to-back titles. You couple that with a 3 that Herb Brooks won in the 70s. That equals the 5 national championships. Minnesota has won. A win this weekend in Philadelphia, 2 wins, and Don Lucia joins Herb Brooks with 3 national championships. The great fans of North Dakota, the great fans of Minnesota, none better in all of college hockey, and they have waited for this. Gonna resume their regular season rivalry in a couple of years once the schedule shakes out. Not a lot of free games anymore, especially for Minnesota with the holiday tournaments in the Big Ten. So we are underway. Kyle Rao, the face-off, Mark McMillan in his line, and here we go. Jordan Schmaltz, St. Louis Blues draft pick, great skating defense, number 24. There's Dylan Simpson, who Barry just profiled. And here's Schmaltz again, really good skater. Nice pass to Michael Parks. Gets it up and hit hard. North Dakota starts to put pressure. As Barry mentioned, they will try to get traffic, a lot of greasy goals. Minnesota's a lot like Boston College. They get out and skate and try to score beautiful goals. Wrist shot saved by Gophers as early on. A hard wrist shot there.
Great execution.
By Justin Holl, the defenseman, joining the play.
Great execution. The defenseman joins the rush, turns a 2-on-2 into a 3-on-2. Here's the defenseman coming late. Good quick shot, too. And Gosberg handles the rebound. He was going to muffed it a bit. If that would have fell in front of him, Minnesota would have had a good chance to score. But again, great execution. 2-on-2. Defenseman joins the rush. All of a sudden, outnumbered chance against. Good scoring chance for Minnesota.
Hudson Fasching wide open, had his stick on the ice in great position to receive that pass, but Holl didn't see him. He went for the wrist shot. Gophers made the save. Travis Boyd, Seth Ambrose, Tom Serratori out there now on this line. Here's Boyd with the puck, 22. Good stick there. Goes in front of Gophers.
Hit the defenseman in the foot and hit the goalie.
Here comes Johnston. He's out there with Stefan Patton right here. And Rocco Grimaldi. Grimaldi will get to it with Riley. Thrown in front by Grimaldi. Johnson with a hard shot. Never got to him. Blocked there by Parento, I should say. Patton in front! And North Dakota has the first best chance, and you're going to see a lot of after the whistle pushing and shoving from these two schools.
Yeah, this is the Grimaldi line. Stefan Patton's out there with him. He's a big body. He goes to the front of the net, clearing space for Grimaldi, give him a little bit more room. But a good battle in front. See, Patton knows where his bread's buttered. That's where I score from, right in front of the net. And that's a great sign for North Dakota. This is what they want. Pucks in front of the goaltender, banging, crashing. 1-2. Look at Grimaldi trying to knock it in with his head right there. So that's a good shift for North Dakota. Exactly what they're trying to do.
Connor Goyder, Derek Rodwell, Brendan O'Donnell, the third line. North Dakota will roll 4 lines. Again, they don't really have one big one. They do it with depth and with singular purpose. This is Justin Clues, Taylor Camerata, and Nate Condon. They had one of the prettiest goals in this tournament thus far against St. Cloud State. Lots of skill, lots of skating. Condon, the players told us, is the fastest Gopher from a starting position, number 16.
Yeah, they say he can flat out fly. If he's even, he's leaving. No one's going to catch him if there's a breakaway situation. But all Minnesota can skate. They're a very good skating club. They're a big club. Minnesota usually is a good-sized club. Good big defenseman to move the puck pretty well.
Condon, the senior, the Colorado Avalanche draft pick.
Big leader, too. They talked about him being a leader also.
Yeah, we interviewed a lot of these kids are babies, these freshmen. But someone like Condon, he's a full-grown man.
Yep.
Will turn 24 in May. Back to get his Marshall. Almost hit hard behind, but holding up was Derek Rodwell at the last minute. We had a 5-minute ejection penalty in the first game of this. So again, even though it's a big game, that will be called if it's clear cut.
And we actually had 2 hits from behind in that first game, and the other one was a minor. So I'm sure both coaches told the players that it's been called twice already, guys. Don't be stupid. Obviously, the referees are going to be coming down hard on that.
And here comes the 4th line for North Dakota. Colton St. Clair, Andrew Panzarella, and Bryn Chiswick. And out there for Minnesota's their 4th line of Gabe Gertler, Vinny Lettieri, and Connor Riley, brother of Mike Riley. He's a 3rd Riley brother, not dressed. Dad played for Minnesota as well.
My 3 sons. Remember that show? That used to be a great show.
Fred McMurray. Your favorite. Uncle Charlie.
I love Uncle Charlie.
Sometimes you act like Uncle Charlie. Here comes Schmaltz. Offside. You heard the whistle here. Schmaltz likes to carry the mail as well.
And Schmaltz is their shutdown guy. Everyone raves about this kid on defense for North Dakota. Does everything offensively, defensively, joins the rush, big physical presence. So he'll get a ton of ice time in this game.
Back to the number 1 lines. Minnesota, Mark McMillan, Michael Parks, a Flyer draft pick.
You don't see a forward number 7 much anymore, do you? That used to be Norm Allman's number. Normie used to wear it all the time.
Phil Esposito,
yeah.
Mark McMillan, Drake Kajula as well on this number 1 line. Here comes Warning. Sam Warning, number 11. Slap shot. Blocked by Schmaltz. Here's Rao to Warning. Warning brings it around. This is an amazing skating team. Fasching, power forward. He was on the U.S. World Junior team in Malmo, Sweden. Shea, the New York Ranger first-round pick, gets his shot blocked by Parks.
Yeah, Fasching and Ambrose, 2 big power forwards for Minnesota. It's tough to move those 2 guys.
What a pass by Shea to Warning to Rao. Back to Warning. Overskates it. And here comes Kajula. Beautiful play to himself. Goes over to Parks. Here comes North Dakota. North-south. Wrist shot. Gloved by Wilcox. He hangs on.
Had a little bit of trouble with it, but the main thing is he did control it. Didn't drop it at his feet. When you play against North Dakota, that's what they're talking about. Go to the net. Go to the net. Nice little shot right here. You see Parks just throw it. If that puck drops to his feet, boy, look at 2 North Dakota players right there.
It's a Hockey East, all Hockey East refereeing crew. Jeff Miller, Ryan Hersey, Tommy George, Bob Bernard, who's a Big Ten crew in the first game. Nice stick there by Tom Serratori.
That's a hockey family, the Serratori family.
Absolutely. Holl, Ledoux, and Nick Matson, North Dakota's defenseman out there now. Here's Riley, Columbus Blue Jacket, 4th round pick. And again, he will skate every inch of this ice. You'll see him lead the rush. You'll see him go behind the North Dakota net. Slap shot blocked there by Seth Ambrose out there with Boyd and Serratori. Ledoux throws it across, looking for Patton. Taken by Brodzinski, and it was tipped into the North Dakota bench. The NCAA Frozen Four National Championship game is Saturday night at 7:30 Eastern, live on ESPN. Union will play the winner of this game. For more information on the 2014 NCAA Frozen Four, go to ncaa.com, the official online home for all 89 NCAA National Championships. Quint Kesnick, this is going to be a chippy game all game.
Right away you can sense the mutual dislike. A lot of talking after the whistle. It's a little physical behind the play. A real contrast from the first game earlier today. These teams, you can just smell it down here.
But these are the big boys in the block, man. They've been the powerhouses in college hockey for a long, long time. You know, they're used to being here.
They feed off the energy of their fan base who are so into it. They were in the parking lot when these teams get off their buses. The great red carpet entrance the NCAA sets up for these teams.
They both have figure skaters.
Yeah, skating cheerleaders always takes it up a notch.
Bevy of skating cheerleaders.
So no major chances early on, unlike the first game where we pretty much had scoring chance after scoring chance for all 60 minutes. And again, the chippiness after the whistle stuff, Barry, this is what rivalries bring.
Well, don't forget, they used to play each other every year. They haven't done that now. Brodzinski, a defenseman, trying to get in the face right there of Patton. You know, those big bodies from Minnesota got to do some crash and banging. North Dakota has to play like that because they're not as skilled as Minnesota. So
Johnson behind the net, held up for a second, nothing called, almost a holding penalty there. Grimaldi has it. Look at his feet. He's a fun player to watch. His shot is blocked by Brodzinski, though. Clues gets shoved from behind by Johnson. And then takes it back away. He can really fly as well. Watch number 25 and go, Justin Cluse. Condon will chip it in deep. He'll go change. Camerata after it. Another slick player, number 13. Cycles, but he cycles right to Grimaldi.
Grimaldi might have been yelling for that.
Johnson.
The old fake out.
Turns it over to Justin Holl. Minnesota's 6 defensemen, all from the state of Minnesota. Schmaltz, Panzarella tips it in, but Holl gets to it first, goes to Warning. Warning hit hard there.
There has been more hitting in this game than the previous game.
Bryn Chiswick with the hard hit along the wall. Strumming, and Chiswick comes out with it. Wrist shot gloved by Wilcox. Would have gone high and wide, but he gloves it and gets the whistle.
Showed a lot of strength, though, winning that battle, coming off the wall, top of the circles, good quick shot. So that's good to see if you're a North Dakota fan. Right here, just a battle of wills. Chiswick gets it, 2 or 3 quick steps. Nobody in front of the net. He didn't give his teammates time to get in front of the net. Minnesota did a good job of shielding off the guy that was going to the front of the net for North Dakota.
There comes Boyd, Ambrose, and Serratori for Minnesota. McMillan, Kajula, and Parks. Kajula gets it, number 9. Kajula wheels top of the circle into the slot, but it's knocked away before Serratori skates it out of the zone. Kajula now back to Simpson. Simpson, Parks. Parks hits the linesman
In the back.
Trickle.
They hate that.
You could hear him scream down the bar. Sorry, buddy. It hit him, and he's apologizing.
That hurts.
Keaton Thompson. Again, most of these players on the ice have been drafted by NHL teams. Lots of skill. Both teams playing very careful to start this game. Riley behind the net. Parks steals. This isn't a big sturdy defense. That's why North Dakota wants to get pucks to the net, traffic in front of Wilcox, as Barry mentioned before the game. Parento puts it back in there. Serratori will chase after it. Minnesota is changing. Nice move right there by Keaton Thompson. Anaheim Duck draft pick. Comes back. Marshall's going to get it. A Red Wing draft pick. Goes it in front. Just out of the random quarter. Wilcox kept his eye on that one all the way. Just one shot on goal for number 1 Minnesota. So far, North Dakota, Minnesota scoreless in game 2 of our doubleheader.
The NCAA Frozen Four is presented by Northwestern Mutual. Proud to be an official corporate partner of the NCAA. And in part by Ace, the helpful place.
What a winter for outdoor skating, backyard rinks, ponds, lakes, parks. So many of you sent beautiful photos to my Twitter account. These are some of the photos we took from my timeline. And Justin Holl, Blackhawk draft pick. And Barry, when Minnesota goes on a rush, everyone's going on the rush.
Exactly. How do you make an outnumbered rush? You create an outnumbered rush by a defenseman joining. Right there you see the 4 Minnesota players coming, 3 North Dakota players trapped. Justin Holl goes a little bit wider, stays back a little bit to create a passing lane, and that's a great execution of a 3-on-2 because the defenseman hustles in and joins a 2-on-2 rush.
Grimaldi line against the Boyd line. Face-off won by Travis Boyd. Taken there by Justin Holl, the man who just shot that puck out there on D. What a real nice pass. Here they come. Wrist shots off of Gophers and into the net as Travis Boyd with a wicked wrist shot.
That go off the coconut?
Might have gone off the head because it was strange how it deflected up there.
Wow, that was a rocket. And you talk about Holl, we just saw him making that great shot. Joining the rest. That's a great pass, great outlet pass. Took a hit to make the play.
You're right.
That was off the coconut.
Right off the noggin.
That's Henrik Lundqvist-ish.
It pays to have a big head sometimes.
You should know.
I should 7 7/8. So Zane Gothberg, the
puck pail's not that big.
The scouting report has large head, can make the head save. Rao wins the face-off. Back to Marshall. Battle along the boards. Rao's knocked down. Not a big man. 5'8", 173. Kept in by Brzezinski. Brzezinski, wrist shot, glove save, rebound in front. Rao and Fashing battle, but it squirts wide. McMillan gets it out. Nice pass to Kajula. Here comes Kajula with Parks. Onside. Kajula waiting to the net. Off the stick into the netting. Face off to the left of Adam Wilcox.
Johnny, the more play on the board, that favors North Dakota.
Yeah.
Minnesota wants open ice play. Right here, we're talking about that good quick shot.
Oh.
Off the glove. Very lucky that didn't end up in the net. Good quick shot. The goaltender was there. Gosberg was there in plenty of time. He just mishandled it with that wide open glove. So we've seen a couple goalies so far today have trouble catching the puck with that glove.
There's Rao on the bench. That was Michael Brodzinski, the freshman, San Jose Shark draft pick out of Ham Lake, Minnesota. His brother played on St. Cloud State.
They played against each other in the
great
regional
photo
finals,
last week. Yeah, the nice hug after the game. Parents had the half St. Cloud sweater, half Minnesota sweater, Rocky.
How did the Riley family? Good thing the Rileys are all on one team.
All on one team. No problem there. Same with the Gaudreaus in game number 1. All right, Ambrose gets it deep for Boyd. This has been a good line for Minnesota. They've been rewarded with ice time early. Serratori, Boyd, and Ambrose. Back comes Patton. All the teams we met, Barry, North Dakota had a lot of personality.
They did. They were a great bunch of kids. We were laughing and joking with them.
Really like Steph Patton. George Schmaltz had a really dry sense of humor, really fun. And here's Keaton Thompson, blocked hard by Boyd. It hurts, and he'll go off. Stetcher, Troy Stetcher, the freshman from British Columbia. Gets it in deep. Back to get it, Parenteau. Back to the point, Thompson has an open shot. Just wide of Wilcox. Stetcher will keep it in pinching. Borders out there with Derek Rodwell and Brendan O'Donnell. Condon. And here they come again. Camerata has Klus in front of the net. Klus backhands it around. Condon will get to it first. Protects the puck from Gorder. Here's Camerata. Camerata, nice play. Parenteau shot redirected by Condon, just inches wide. There's Riley pinching aggressively, as we said, number 5. And he'll stay down there like he is right now. Camerata, highly touted freshman from Plymouth, Minnesota. Islander draft pick. Riley steps in, looks to make a pass across, back in by Condon, no look. His back was to Gothberg. Kept in. Great pressure by Minnesota the first of the game, but Gothberg's able to glove that and freeze the play.
Couple friendly whacks there in front of the net, letting each other know they're there. Everybody's doing their job properly. Gorder's in there supplying the screen. Right, it's a dangerous time for North Dakota right now. They're being outplayed a little bit. Too many guys standing around. That's a great deflection right there, boy. Excellent job. Puck goes straight down. There's the play off the stick. Camerata wasn't able to get a stick on it, and you saw the goaltender just pick it up, protect it, and get rid of it.
Ryle back out there with Fashing and Warning going against the Mark McMillan line.
Close game like this, Johnny, obviously draws are becoming more important. It looks like goals are going to be pretty hard to find.
McMillan won that one. Parks Brings it in, and we talked to Don Lucia, head coach Minnesota. There's been time this year Minnesota goes through some dry spell scoring. Again, not a lot of pure goal scorers, but up the ice they come again. Fashing, warning, Rao, but nice back check by Parks. Behind that is Fashing, goes back to the point. Marshall, wrist shot through traffic, blockered.
Gophers look sharp. He looked sharp, Johnny.
He looked great against Ferris State in double overtime last week. Just so cool and calm. Brodzinski shot wide. Second chance for Brodzinski. Warning. Cycles it in hard by Kajula, and then shoved by Kajula again. Excuse my bellicosity.
Probably a good thing for North Dakota that went out of play, because as I said, Minnesota's had the play for about the last 3 or 4 minutes of this game, totally in the North Dakota end.
Drake Kajula will go to the bench, and Dave Haxtell will send the next lines out there. Fourth line battle here. Connor, Colton St. Clair, Andrew Panzarella, and Bryn Chiswick for North Dakota. Riley Gertler, Letary for the Gophers. Here's Brady Shea. We mentioned the first-round pick of the Rangers. Real steady, all-around shutdown defenseman. And once again, Gertler backhands it out of play. Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Again, the more whistles, the choppier the play favors North Dakota. You know, they don't want to get into a track meet where it's going from one end to the other, so they don't mind slowing this game up.
Back to Justin Holl. Here's Nick Madsen.
Good play, good play.
Short pass to try to break it out. See how hard the puck North Dakota is.
They call themselves a work-tail crew now, Johnny.
Yeah. Lost to St. Lawrence early in the year. They held a team meeting. The coach kind of gave some extra time he didn't want to go and start screaming, so it took him a while to get into the room. And by the time Haxtell got in there, the players kind of challenged each other. They stood up, confronted each other, and from that point on, their season was saved. It's a school that is known for their slow starts.
But not that slow. They're slow and they're slow.
But again, they still needed help in the Big Ten tournament championship game. Ohio State could have made the tournament with the win. North Dakota was rooting hard for the Badgers. Wisconsin came through with the overtime win. Wisconsin was already in the tournament, but they enabled North Dakota to get in. And here they are, one win away from a title game. That play is offside. Last year we had an ECAC team, Yale, win the title, and this year Dave Haxtell's team, if they're going to win, they'll play at ECAC school in Union. Again, 4-7-2, Barry.
Yeah, that's not North Dakota numbers. They're whereas Minnesota, I think they won what, the first 7 games.
They've been good all year.
I think they lost 2 games once this year, so they haven't had much trials and tribulations, Minnesota.
Now they lost a couple 2-1 games in Madison, but they were pretty happy with the way they played. But again, those were 2 games where sometimes they struggle to score. So certainly North Dakota is hoping to hold them to 1 or 2 goals and find a way to find some themselves. Right now, no one has scored. What a hard hit there along the wall by Travis Boyd, rocking Troy Stetcher.
185-pound Travis Boyd.
All right, we're going to break. 11 shots on goal combined. The story of this game right now is a lot of hacking and whacking and hard hitting. Hip check for Mike Brodzinski. Back to Philly after this. Welcome back, John Butcher, guys. Barry Melrose. We mentioned that closed-door meeting North Dakota had after losing to St. Lawrence 5-2 in Grand Forks. The kids said it turned their season around.
That Friday night, we kind of just sat down and we were honest with ourselves. We kind of talked about where we wanted to go moving forward.
Kind of held everybody to a certain standard.
I think we got more honest with each other, and that meeting really forced you to look inside and take a deep look down and know what you personally need to do better. And
from there on, we knew what we were capable of doing.
I think that was the turning point of our year.
Came back and won 3-2 against St. Lawrence. Won 2 more 3-2 wins over Western Michigan. Beat Northern Michigan twice. Came back and beat Colorado College twice. Swept them, and again, the momentum continued. Swept Denver. Went out to Nebraska, Omaha, and they won game 1 there. And
it's just crazy to have that big a difference in wins and losses. So that team, there's no reason it shouldn't start great.
Kajula, hard wrist shot up towards the melon of Wilcox. He'll glove it and hold it.
You're talking about the shots, John. Lower the shots, it favors North Dakota. The tempo of the game right now favors North Dakota. Obviously, they're not going to be a team that can score 5 or 6 goals against Minnesota, so a low-scoring game. Gosberg looks really sharp in net for North Dakota right now, so if I'm Coach Hacksaw, I'm pretty happy with the start of this game.
Face off to the right of Adam Wilcox. Rocco Grimaldi's out there with Luke Johnson and Stefan Patton. Face off controlled by Boyd. Justin Holl. He'll skate away. Look for the headman pass. Gets it up to Ambrose, who gets it deep. Boyd goes after it, falls down, and both players go into the end board. Throws it in front, but Gophers whacks it back behind his own net, out of trouble. Shea steps up, delivers a hit on Johnson. Down the ice it comes. Here's Holl. Chased by Patton. Holl. Nice feed up to Ambrose. Ambrose gains the line, still has it, throws it towards net to a Saratori, who is driving the net. Saratori battling there. No penalties yet in this game, but this is a game that is right on the edge, Barry. You can feel something coming, a hook, a hold, or something. Brodzinski, whoa, turnover, shot! Shoulder saved by Wilcox. Brendan O'Donnell had a golden opportunity for about 30 feet out. Here's Gorder. Connor Gorder had the big double overtime winner against Ferris State. Watch out, here come the Gophers. Klus leaves it for Camerata, hard shot, deflects wide of Gothberg.
Camerata wanted to take that shot in full flight. He has to stop, it was a little bit behind him.
Back comes Brendan O'Donnell, who just had the wrist shot. That one goes wide of Wilcox. And here comes Klus. Got to be careful shooting those shots wide against a team like Minnesota. Klus makes a hard move and takes a hard hit. Keaton Thompson puts his shoulder right into his sternum. O'Donnell again. As Schmaltz, the defenseman, pinches aggressively. Condon gets hit hard. Excellent body checks in this game thus far. Colton St. Clair now, the fourth line of North Dakota's on the ice. Schmaltz loses his twig, and it comes back out to Chiswick, the winger. Here he comes, nice move, but it is offside.
A different flavor to the game than the Eastern game. You know, the Eastern game was fast, was intense. You know, Union and Boston College both play hard, but these two teams are really finishing their checks. They're pounding each other, staying out of the penalty box, playing the game the way it's supposed to. Great open ice hit, kept his elbow down, just an excellent job.
7 shots for North Dakota, 6 for Minnesota. Nick Mattson, head up. Gets it up to St. Clair. St. Clair to Panzarella, hit hard. And taken over again by Panzarella, he gets it deep. A junior from Washington, D.C. Played his USHL hockey for Waterloo. A lot of these players played in the USHL to give them 2 more years of seasoning before they play college hockey. Here comes Riley, the defenseman. Loses control. 2.
Get the puck, boys. Get the puck.
Both North Dakota players went for Riley. Left the puck there. Then Riley slapped one against the ankles. Here's his brother Connor, who gets it deep, and now this line will change. Schmaltz, beautiful skater, brings it up. St. Louis Blue drop pick. Nice little feathery backhand pass. It comes to McMillan. McMillan tries to go wide around Shea, but Shea cuts him off. But still with the puck. To the point. Simpson. Parks, wraparound attempt. Rebound. Stop. Another rebound. Blocked in front by Holl. He's been everywhere tonight.
I'm sure Wilcox made one of those saves. I'm not sure he made them all, but I'm sure he made one of them.
Fashing gets it wide. Big body. Shea, the defenseman, in deep. Fashing. Number 24 will run it down. Big, strong, 6'2", 207. Puck's free. Fashing's open shot. Saved by Gophers. He got a piece of that. And it goes wide.
Both teams are a little sloppy in their own zone right now. Both teams are getting chances off turnovers.
Kajula loses it, but turns it back over. This will be icing on North Dakota. So an excellent opportunity for Hudson Fashing after the wraparound attempt on Zane Gothberg.
Well, I like the way Gothberg has played. He looks really sharp. He looks really aggressive. Puck goes out to the point. We're going to see Wilcox make that save. He sees it right there. He stays on that right post. If he'd have went back to the left, that goal would have probably been scored on the wraparound. See how he stays in the right post rather than go across? That's a smart goaltender right there. So he did make the first save, and Gothberg made another good one at his end. So both goaltenders are getting the job done for their team.
Hudson Fashing found the puck about 12 feet from the net on Zane Gothberg. Point blank, he went blocker low. and try to get this one in, Barry.
Here's Fashion. He's a goal scorer, folks. He's a heavy shot. He's a big power forward, so he's used to putting the puck in the net. And right there, he just missed the net. 13 goals for him this year. Great young player. Wow. Great man also.
Was Gophers aggressive? He was outside the blue.
I love the way he's playing right now. He wants the puck. You can just tell when a goaltender is really fired up about playing. He wants the puck, make himself look big in net.
He read that play beautifully. Ambrose will take the face-off, the winger on that right dot. Loses it, though, to McMillan. Around net it comes. Back to the point. Brodzinski, wrist shot! It got by Gophers, but it was wide. Marshall keeps it in behind the net. Minnesota pressuring now. Pitching Brodzinski, quick wrist shot. Got a lot on that.
He's got a good shot.
Wow, big, strong, thick defense.
He's had about 3 great shots in this game. He is a thick kid.
Yeah. Built low to the ground.
Yeah.
Back the other way comes Boyd. Boyd, here he comes, Boyd! Into the zone, whacked and bumped, and there'll be no easy going to the net.
Again, that's those layers we're talking about. You just get by one, there's another one to meet you.
They play 4 lines so they can play all out. Don't have to pace themselves. They'll have 3 lines of break. Grimaldi out there in front, slowly goes to Wilcox. He covers it up.
And we talk about Brodzinski, puck goes out to the point. Good play down low. He walks in just the top of the circle. That's almost like a one-timer there. He doesn't even catch the puck. He just shoots it really, really quick off the move. So that's a tough for the goaltender to come across and make that save. I'd say start picking him up a little bit better if I'm the winger on that side.
Yeah, those Minnesota D-men will get to the top of the circles when they're pressuring to get closer and get the shot like that off.
Yeah, the winger can't fall asleep when you got a guy that's aggressive in the play right now like Brodzinski is.
They trust their skating to get back, so they play it extra aggressive. But right now, they're getting outshot 9-6. North Dakota has to like the way this game has started.
Loving it, John. They got to be loving it.
This
is their style of game right now.
No doubt about it. This is what they want. If they get that first goal, the pressure will really mount.
Minnie's had the 1 outnumbered chance earlier in the game. Since then, no outnumbered chances.
Seton Thompson picks it up number 4. Condon tries to skate him down. Gorder the other way. Wrist shot, fans on it. Back in front. Gorder again, but saved there by Wilcox. Condon. Back to Wilcox again. This is one reason why Minnesota has won so many games. A game where they've been outplayed in this period, but their goaltender has kept the score even. Riley, number 5, as North Dakota sits back, like we saw Union do late in the first period against Boston College. Makes this great skating skill team test their patience, test their will to want to be patient. Nice pass there. Comes up to Letary. Gertler. As North Dakota gets it back in deep. They want to get it behind Minnesota's D. Shea to Holl. Holl to Gertler. To Connor Riley. Riley wide. Wrist shot, easy save for Gophers. Behind the net is Gertler. Hard hit by Riley, but he goes down. Gertler battling. Riley's with it. Riley, Letary, his stick is caught. Shea with it. Shea to Holl, his D partner. Holl blocked by Schmaltz. Jordan Schmaltz blocks that, and down it goes, and goes out of play. Face off back in the North Dakota end.
And North Dakota's got some tired guys there, so this could be a chance for Minnesota to take advantage of it.
Tough sledding for both teams as they try to work their way to very, very good netminders. A beautiful night in Philadelphia. We're scoreless. Games of the year in college
awesome,
hockey.
Johnny. It was awesome.
Coverage of this Division I Men's Hockey Championship presented by Northwestern Mutual concludes with the championship game Saturday night. It'll be Union trying to make it 2 years in a row for the ECAC against the winner of this game. North Dakota, the cheerleaders, the bands, the fans.
The pageantry.
Great shot there. That's a face-off to the left of Zane Gothberg. Rao wins it cleanly. Wrist shot just wide of Gothberg. Ben Marshall took that shot.
Yeah, you can't let that happen. Team in your zone win it clean like that and get a shot.
Here comes Fashing. Simpson has a good stick and he takes care of him there. Bashing as Simpson falls down, but he gets it up. Kajula, Parks. Working on Brodzinski, going wide. Parks still with it. Knocked down in front, Kajula, nothing called. No penalties yet in this first period, 17 minutes in. Marshall try to get it to Warning. Bashing picks it up. Big 24, dumps and changes. Gothberg leaves it for Keaton Thompson. Thompson up the ice he comes. Good speed into the Minnesota zone. Grimaldi, backhand off the side of the net. Squirts out in front. Thompson, the defenseman, turns and fires, and it's deflected wide. Parenteau is hit hard there by Luke Johnson as Condon brings it out. Condon has Klus going to net. Condon's wrist shot is deflected by Thompson. Gloved up. Here comes Stetcher. Stetcher has Patton with him. Gets it to Patton. Stefan. That angle slap shot tipped by Riley into the netting.
Patton took a little too long to get that away. Defenseman gave it to him and went right to the front of the net. He was trying to get that return pass just like we saw before on the shot against Wilcox. But Patton took it too long to get it away. Thus it was tipped over the netting.
North Dakota's band. As the Gophers of North Dakota meet again. Do hard wrist shot blocked there by Saratori.
North Dakota wins the puck clean in Minnesota's end. Minnesota wins the draw clean in North Dakota's end.
This defensive group for North Dakota is really playing well. Ledoux's a good skater right here. Los Angeles King draft pick. Gets it up to Matson. Comes Matson. Goes in front. Shea knocks it aside. Behind the net. Puck free. Backhander just wide of Wilcox. Excellent chance there by Brendan O'Donnell. O'Donnell's had some chances in this first period. He's been active. Here's Shea. Loses the puck. Hit real hard there once again by Derek.
Oh, everybody's finishing their checks, Johnny.
There's O'Donnell with some ice again. Wrist shot blocked by Holl into the netting. See both these teams with good sticks, deflecting lots of shots in the early going.
I love the physical play. It's not dirty, it's chippy, it's hard, but no one's hitting anybody from behind. A lot of hacking and whacking, a lot of anger and stuff, but it's just two teams that respect each other playing really, really hard, and they know they can't do anything stupid to take a penalty, because a game like this, it could be a 2-minute penalty that decides who wins.
Colton St. Clair face off to Chiswick. Chiswick to Schmaltz. Schmaltz, wrist shot. St. Clair tried to tip that, but got by his stick. Nice play to Schmaltz. Stops. Look at that move. Boy, can he wheel. Look at him go. Stops. Turns again, still with it. Towards the net. Bouncing, turning shot. Never got a rebound. Saved by Wilcox. Holy Snikes! He robbed Colton St. Clair. And the puck goes out of play. No change for North Dakota or Minnesota.
What a save. He was down in the butterfly. He's on his belly pretty well. A little bit like Jonathan Quick, how Quick plays. Arms spread out. He got there. Great save. Great execution by North Dakota, too. Two wrap around St. Clair. He thought he had it. Good battling by the goaltender, Wilcox. Never quit on a one. There's the butterfly. Gets up, makes a nice save with his left pad. Stick's gone. Garage sale. Nothing's there. That's fighting to keep the puck out. Excellent job.
Got to be one of the saves of the year for Adam Wilcox. Colton St. Clair, the sophomore from Gilbert, Arizona. Played his USHL hockey at Fargo. Just 3 goals this year, looking for number 4.
Okay, they've only given Minnie 7 shots, Johnny. That's pretty impressive for a team with the firepower of Minnesota.
Absolutely. Here comes Kajula, number 9, up the Parks. But what a play by Riley to step up. Here he comes, Barry, the defenseman, number 5, working on Schmaltz, but glove by Rao. Here comes Rao. Rao going to go around the net. A good stick by Schmaltz, but Rao gets to it still to Warning. Warning, Fashing. Fashing to Warning. Riley's going to get back to his point. He does tip in front, but it's taken by Schmaltz. He'll lead the rush. Been out there a while, needs a change, and he gets it. Riley's great skating, gets the puck first. Nice move by Warning. Here comes Sam. Takes the drop pass, instead shoots, almost beat Gothberg short side. As Gothberg was anticipating going back to the point. Almost got beat. Here comes Grimaldi. Look at him go. And North Dakota is offside. 13.9 to go in the opening frame.
I think Gosberg was thinking too that might be a pass to the front of the net, Johnny.
Yeah.
So he was sort of hedging his bet. He didn't want to be too aggressive on the post and then get beat on the far side with a pass. So once he realized it wasn't going to be a short side shot, he really got across there in a hurry, made a good save.
Face off outside the Minnesota zone.
How come the Tuba guys are always up top?
No, they got him carrying that thing all the way up
Holy
there.
man. That's why they should get the lower seats.
Exactly. Right next to the glass. Tuba privileges for all. Here come the Gophers. Condon! Wrist shot. Glove by Gopher. Give me that, he says.
You just, with Gosberg and Wilcox, the way they're playing, and that's why we sort of looked at them before the game, you knew that they're both quality goaltenders. It could come down to which one outplays the other one. And right now, neither one's blinking. They're both playing great. They're both looking really sharp. Wilcox probably had the tougher chances.
Time for a draw win by Travis Boyd. Maybe a quick shot by Condon. Let's see if they can do it. Condon is ready. They got plenty of time if they get the face-off. Nope, but it's won wonderfully by Grimaldi, who's gotten better in that area. Dave Haxall said that was one area where he had to be better at. Boy, he won that cleanly.
12-9 the shots. That favors North Dakota. Low shooting. They were physical. They didn't take any bad penalties. And they had 2 or 3 really good scoring chances in front of Wilcox. So if I'm coach of North Dakota, I'm very happy with the way my team played. We just got to do it 2 more times, Johnny.
2 of the best goalies in the country going head-to-head. Who knows when they'll allow the first goal. This game was about
anger, John. Anger.
Physical play. 2 great rivals who did not meet in the regular season. It was been built up. And Quinn Kesnick, it's all coming out in the first period.
Dylan, playing a fierce rival, what type of emotions are you and your teammates dealing with?
Well, being already a semifinal game, I think a game like this is a historic rivalry. You know, you get up for it even more, and I liked how people handle those nerves, I guess, and energy early on.
As a leader and captain, what will you emphasize now between periods?
We got to keep getting to that net. He's a really good goalie, and you know we had success when we had bodies going there. And as far as our own zone, we got to clean up our wall play.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you.
Send things down to our Frozen Four report with Matt Schick. 0-0 tie. It's been all physical, nasty goaltenders standing out.
He's over the door! The Gophers take the lead on 2 quick ones.
Do you know what the U of M does for you? From farms to breweries and orchards to markets, discover how the University of Minnesota is cultivating a new crop of Minnesota businesses.
Do you know what the U of M does for you? From hooves to hands and paws to possibilities, discover how the University of Minnesota is making medical advances for all Minnesotans.
The host of this year's Frozen Four, Game 1, won by Union. Game 2, very scoreless after 1.
Well, it favors North Dakota. This is North Dakota type period. There weren't a lot of shots for Minnesota. Minnesota didn't look fast. Minnesota didn't look particularly talented. That's great for North Dakota. North Dakota really attacked the front of the Minnesota net. Goaltender Wilcox saw a lot of rubber. And that's what has to continue to happen for North Dakota. Look at the battle right there. You see Johnson throw in front of the net. You see Patton in there. You see Grimaldi in there, actually trying to headbutt the puck into the net. Wrap around right here. You see St. Clair involved. You see his line mates involved. That's great front net presence by North Dakota. Again, wrap around right here. There's St. Clair getting his second shot. There's a third shot coming in for North Dakota. That's how they got to play. Look at the battle in front. Look at that traffic area. 1, 2, 1 shot. 3 shot, 4, just everybody battling. That's North Dakota hockey. They're not as skilled as Minnesota. They have to score those type of goals, and they had a number of good opportunities to do that. So all in all, the first period I thought was great for North Dakota, not that great for Minnesota, who is a skilled team. They didn't have a lot of outnumbered chances apart from one of the ones early in the first period, John. Apart from that, North Dakota did a great job eliminating those outnumbered chances.
Quinn Kesnick, what did Don Lucia tell you?
Says we have to control their defense in the neutral zone. I asked him about the pace. Said too choppy, too many whistles, too many face-offs.
Yeah, they like it up and down, not a lot of whistles. Kajula, hard wrist shot. Was blistering, but it went wide of Wilcox. Parks, down low to McMillan. McMillan taken off by Holl. Kajula battles with Rao. Kajula has it, goes back to point to Schmaltz. Rings around the dasher all the way around. Comes to Fashing. Fashing to Warning. Warning, check from behind by Kajula. Tip back in by Shea. Bashing goes for a ride along the blue line and changes. Quick 30-second shift for the big line as Boyd comes out with Saratori and Ambrose.
I love the back pressure on that play by North Dakota. Catching the Minnesota player with the puck at the blue line. That's excellent from North Dakota doing that.
They've just got to be careful with that stick in the hands and the jersey.
Yeah,
Boyd. Boyd waiting on the net, taken by Riley. Here goes Riley, quick shot, glove by Goffberg, but it's loose in front. And then it just kind of bounces up softly into Goffberg's glove.
That's exactly what happened. He didn't know where it was, and he just waited in his butterfly, and that's what they tell you to do. If you don't know where it is, don't move and make yourself out of position. But again, I love the way he plays. There's the shot wrap around, fighting to see the puck. Puck comes in front, loses it for a minute there, and then he gasses it again. He just waits for it to come into his stomach there and just covers it up. He's seeing the puck so well right now for North Dakota.
Ambrose smacked at it, hit Schmaltz's stick, and just flooded up with a slight arc to it. Kept in by Riley. Penalty coming up. It's going to be a power play. Tripping penalty is the call, and North Dakota is going to go on the power play. Justin Holl, or make a Seth Ambrose, goes to the box for.
Happens off the draw. There's Grimaldo, who you said has been great. Wins another one. And then you saw the takedown right there by the Minnesota player, Ambrose. So
stick blade of Ambrose went right underneath the blade of Paul Ledoux. Minnesota hockey. Right now they are not at full strength. They are down a man. Power play North Dakota, first of the game, a golden opportunity. Patton is out there, along with Grimaldi, Johnson. Toronto clears it down. Comes down to Matson. Here comes North Dakota on the power play. Back check there. Offside at the line.
But you're exactly right, John. That was great back checking by Minnesota. Flashing did a great job coming back, picking him up, creating the offside.
Face off outside the Minnesota zone. Michael Parks, Flyer draft pick, playing in Philadelphia. Cleared out, but not far enough. Simpson throws it across. Here comes McMillan. McMillan, but it's an easy clear for Shea.
I love the way they went side to side with the puck to create some space, but right away then it was a terrible dump in, and Minnesota got it and shot it right down the ice.
Here comes Jordan Schmaltz up the ice. Schmaltz takes it around, throws in front, almost had Parks, but it goes by him. Simpson down low. Parks softly around to Kajula. Kajula, Schmaltz. Schmaltz, Simpson. Got some room to shoot here. Walks in, now he shoots. Pad save by Wilcox.
It was like that power play was in slow motion. Nobody was moving fast at all, but North Dakota got a good shot off it by Simpson.
Played offside, now onside, and here comes Patton. Stefan Patton, easy for Grimaldi. Grimaldi, one-timer Matson, his stick breaks. Could have been trouble if it got by him, but it doesn't. Grimaldi, wrist shot. Wide of Wilcox, and clear down.
Grimaldi took a look too. He knew where he was going. He wanted to go high on the glove side, the blocker side, just missed the net.
North Dakota, under Dave Haxtell, 10 seasons, 10 NCAA tournaments. And they're here again this year with a chance to get to the Frozen Four. Haven't won yet under Haxtell. As Keenan Thompson takes it at center ice. Matson's broken twig is still out there in the neutral zone.
It's wreaking a lot of havoc right now. It's being shot around everywhere.
The linesman's going to go try to pick it up. Ryle then tries to do it towards the lineman, and it bounces off of O'Donnell. And now Marshall will throw it, and Morning will throw it over. It gets hit again.
That stick's used more now than when he was playing with it.
And now the linesman will pick up the broken twig and put it on the North Dakota bench and out of harm's way.
The broken composite, John.
Broken composite. Connor Riley. Here comes North Dakota the other way. O'Donnell has Rodwell charged in net. O'Donnell high over the glove. He's had the most chances for North Dakota.
North Dakota's missed the net a number of times. Grimaldo missed it with a wide open shot a little bit earlier.
Marshall, Riley. Riley gets it deep. Back to equal strength here. Schmaltz. Gorder gets it out. And back and forth we go. Here comes Kloos. He's got some room to wheel now. Comes in. Kloos. Beautiful read by Simpson to get in the way of that. Here's Riley. He walks, looking for Lane. What a move by Riley. Walks in. Oh, he tried to find Camerata on the doorstep on the opposite side, but it's blocked and out of the zone.
Simpson made that defensive play too, John, intercepting that pass and going through the box.
Here comes Kloos again. This line's starting to get some room. They can really skate and make some pretty plays. Riley, the D-man, in front. Oh, Camerata was wide open as Condon tried to get it over, but again, a stick in the lane.
Simpson made that play too. Made three great defensive plays this shift.
And down goes Holl, nothing called. Riley comes up. Kloos. Camerata's just offside.
Well, John, we talked about Dylan Simpson before this game started, but I was talking about his offensive strength. He's been unbelievable right here. Watch him, number 18. He knows that puck's going back door. Gets a stick on it to make sure it doesn't get across to the other side. Excellent read right there. He sees where the man is. And there he goes down to block the shot if necessary, but also takes the passing lane away also. So one of the better defensive shifts I've seen so far in this tournament. Great job by Dylan Simpson.
Had 107 block shots. Led Division I.
His dad was not a great defensive player, John.
He's an offensive guy.
He was an offensive guy.
Craig Simpson won a couple cups with Edmonton. Now the CBC lead analyst for their broadcast, Hockey Night in Canada. Dylan is also an Oiler draft pick, a 4th-round draft pick. Here's Matson. Wrist shot towards Wilcox. Traffic in front. McMillan was wreaking havoc. Back to Matson. Looking. Great job by Ambrose to stay in the shooting lane. Matson, though, sticks with it, and that hits a stick and into the netting. Adam Wilcox, Zane Gothberg, both pitching shutouts here in Philadelphia. No score early in the second. Donning the green jacket. Second round coverage tomorrow, 3 Eastern on ESPN.
Okay, Johnny, about half a game left. It's time for Minnesota to sort of start dominating with their skill level, stick their nose in, win physical battles.
Yeah.
North Dakota's been playing really well, and this style of play is favoring them.
No icing. Race to the dots is won by Sam Warning. Warning, his centering attempt falls off the stick. Patton gets it deep. Stefan Patton working on Justin Holl.
He's been good tonight, Patton. He's been involved a lot.
Rao gloves it, across the Holl, the defenseman. He'll gain the red line, keep it, gain the blue line. Work along the wall, that's Warning deep, bashing in front. Warning falls down, nothing called. Minnesota probably feels they deserve the next power play. We'll see, here comes Rao. Rao, still with it, Rolls around the world, wrist shot, saved by Gothberg. Rebound in front, loose, still loose, Rao, wraparound, no! Shea, saved by Gothberg! Brady Shea again buried. Gothberg out of the blue paint to challenge the shooter at point-blank range.
Great sequence for Rao. He was awesome. He was flying, he had the puck. He was moving very, very well. Going side to side. All we're missing here is sweet Georgia Brown. And there's the shot, and he mishandles it right there, but look at the presence of mind. He comes across and gets square to the shooter again and makes a great save. Great play by Rao there. Gothberg finally misses a rebound and gives one up. And right in the middle of the 6x4, in between the circles, he comes across, makes a spectacular save. What a job.
From Thief River Falls, Minnesota. What an apt place to be from.
Oh, if you're goalie?
For Zane Gothberg.
Isn't that right?
The Boston Bruin draft pick, 6'2", 208.
I love the goaltenders, the 4 goaltenders in this Frozen Four, man. Unbelievable job.
All on top of their games.
But that's what Minnesota has to do. They look faster. They had the puck. They made some plays. They got to play like that.
Oh, glove over the puck by Keaton Thompson. Puck in front, Saratori digging. Again, Gothberg is there, and he takes some slashes to the back of the leg from Stetcher.
He's strong in the post. He really competes. He doesn't let the guys push him back in there. Holds his ground, strong on the line. Really like the way he's playing right now. Really looks like he's on top of his game. The guys are playing good in front of him too. They haven't given up many opportunities here tonight, but he's really battling a lot. Good play. Just throw it at his feet like that. When you got a hot goaltender, throw the puck at different places on him when he's not expecting it. See if he can handle him.
Boyd to Riley, Big Ten Defenseman of the Year with the puck. McMillan has it though, and he'll take it out of the zone. Pass it across. Ledoux, Parks. Here comes Parks, hard to the net. Riley holds him off and then softly puts it up along the board. Saratori, though, is beaten to the spot by McMillan. But Saratori takes it right back. Goes across to Riley, the defenseman. Here he comes, working on Matson. Stops, throws it in front. But again, Ledoux is there with a stick as the puck was on its way to Boyd. Back comes Gorder. Gorder, shot! Saved by Wilcox, and Kajula with the shot from the feed from Connor Gorder.
I'll tell you, shots from right in the middle of the rink, in between the circles, Johnny. Prime scoring area. Wilcox fought it also, but was able to control it. Good puck moving here by North Dakota. There's the man coming late, as you said, right between the two circles. Perfect place to shoot from. Wilcox made the first save and was able to cover up the rebound before anyone got to him. But excellent job by North Dakota coming through that neutral zone with speed.
Year one of the Big Ten. Player of the Year was Adam Wilcox. Obviously the goaltender of the year. Mike Riley, the defenseman of the year. And Don Lucia was the coach of the year.
Pretty good year.
Yeah, they rolled right through the Big Ten this year. Wisconsin goes.
Right from day one, Johnny. Right out of the gates.
Wisconsin started slowly, then came on. Michigan was up and down, just missed the tournament despite their talented squad. They'll be back next year with Comfer and Kopp, both returning really strong up the middle. Here comes Condon. Condon gets it poked away. And then it goes, here's Kloos. Kloos back to the point to Warning. Just keeps it in, but also almost gave it up. Marshall just kept that in, I should say. Keaton Thompson gets it up. Comes Derek Rodwell, number 11. With Connor Gorder. O'Donnell's in there as well. And here comes number 10, Ben Marshall, the junior, Detroit Red Wing draft pick.
Whoa!
Off the bench. In front, Chiswick. What a blocker save by Wilcox as Bryn Chiswick came flying off the bench.
That's why he was so open. No one saw him coming because he went to change, so everyone forgot about him, and puck came right to him as he jumped onto the ice.
Once again, North Dakota playing an excellent second period. Schmaltz, Chiswick, who just had the chance off the bench.
They're snapping that puck around, Johnny.
Bryn Chiswick, sophomore, Manitoba, played his USHL hockey also in Fargo. Connor Riley, it's by him. Vinny Lettieri pursues now Simpson. Simpson gets it in. Wilcox can't keep it in. Ooh, almost too many men in the ice there for a second by North Dakota. Now they got their 5 skaters. Grimaldi, nice, tips it to himself. Grimaldi, real dynamic in the offensive end, throws it in front of Patton there, but real good positioning by Holl to get in front of Patton and break it up. Back comes Brady Shea the other way. His pass is behind Riley. But Shea gets it back, throws it towards the net. Minnesota with the puck still. Terry brings it around. Sam Warning, number 11. Rao. Rao with again, shot saved by Gophers. Beautiful feed from Pronto.
I'll think about this for a while, boys. Getting a little too wild. Minnesota's getting too fast. Looking good again. Nice little pass right here. Little tip in. But look how square he is. That was almost off the coconut, too.
I think it did get him in the head again, Barry.
Look at this.
Head. Move.
Coconut again. And we talked about Chiswick coming off the bench. Look at, no one knows he's there because he goes in the middle of a change. He comes here. Nice backhand, too. Wilcox is ready for it, though. Looked very aggressive himself right there. Goaltenders are getting stronger and stronger, John.
Schmaltz, what a play by Riley to keep it in. Goes around Parks, but then Parks is able to send it down the ice. Pronto has it. Pronto tips it up, but taken there. Kajula. Here comes Kajula, number 9. Fakes the slap shot, wrists it. He's saved by Wilcox. Good patience by Boyd to wait. Still waits, and then he'll bring it up. Halfway through the second period, John Butchercross and Barry Melrose. Here's Saratori. Wrist shot, not a lot on it. Gothberg saves it easily. Behind that, Ambrose. Ambrose looking for the bank-in goal. Can't get it. Here comes North Dakota. O'Donnell can't reach it, comes to Riley. Look at Riley's skate.
Oh!
4th-round pick of the Columbus Blue Jackets. They got a good one there.
Oh, he was doing a skating drill there.
Thompson, Simpson. Here comes Gorder. Connor Gorder, number 13. Deflects. Here comes Clues. Look out. O'Donnell had him in his sights. Andrew Panzarella now back to the D. Matson, watched by Camerata. Tipped in deep. Marshall, look out. Hit hard by St. Clair. North Dakota has come to play. They have passion and energy right now. Camerata brings it up. Condon takes it. Condon has room. Skates in the middle, leaves it for Clues. Clues shot saved by Gothberg. Again, way out of his crease. Could be susceptible to an east-west pass, Barry, if someone can break in late. Rebound in front, just squirts wide off the Marshall blast.
Good shot from point, good tip in, but again, Gothberg's right there, square to the shooter. Made it look relatively easy on a very tough chance.
We had 9 goals in game 1. It may take just 1 in this one, the way these goaltenders are playing and the great energy and sticks that both teams are showing thus far. Here comes Warning. This offside? No. Warning. Waits. Cycles back behind that. Rao is there with bashing. Rao walks in front, but defended nicely there by Grimaldi. Back the other way. Here comes Luke Johnson. Johnson, watched by Holl, and there with Pat. Grimaldi's in the high slot. Schmaltz and Simpson wait on the blue line. Shea scrumming. You heard no whistle call from our Big Ten referees. Jeff Miller and Ryan Hersey. And out with it is Rao. 4-on-3. Ooh, an early change there.
That was early.
Boy, that was very close.
Did someone get him?
No one got him, and yeah, they did get him.
Yeah, they did get him.
That's a great call.
It was. The man was going in one door, and the guy came out the other door, and then he touched the puck before the other guy got into the bench. So that was a good call, but
yeah,
maybe it was the linesman that made the call.
He did, yeah, no doubt about it. He came out early and engaged the play, and his teammate was a good 10 feet from the bench. Don Lucia's team is going to have their first power play of the game. Both goalies, Adam Wilcox, Big Ten Player of the Year, at one end. Beautiful blocker save on Chiswick. And then Zane Gothberg continues his aggressive play, keeping the game scoreless. Welcome back, John Butchergoss, Barry Melrose. Brendan O'Donnell will serve the too many men on the ice penalty, Barry.
Well, this was even worse than we thought, John, when we first saw it. I thought it was a lot closer than this. But there's the man coming on the ice now. Nobody, whose place is he taking? Could have took 3 or 4 different guys. And then the puck comes to him as he comes on the ice. So that's a no-brainer. It has to be called. These sometimes come back and hurt you when you do something stupid like that. But definitely was the right call by the officials.
Power play for the mighty Gophers. And they're set up from the get-go. Camerata plays the point, number 13. Riley is the lone defenseman out there. Rao, Fasci, Condon. Camerata down low to Rao in front of Fasci. Back to Rao. Shoots. Loose in front. Still alive. Puck's alive. Still alive. Riley, one-timer saved by Gopher. His mask is off and the play will be whistled dead.
I guess his mask is off. He's been hit twice today with bullets. I can't believe it's still in one piece. He is cool as a cucumber in net right now, folks. He just stayed in that butterfly. He just waited. He didn't overreact. He didn't panic. Watch him move side to side. That's great. Doesn't panic. The puck's in front of him. Still strong. Watch him looking for the puck right there. Searching. Kept his hands together, kept his arms together.
Oh, another head
Made himself big.
That's his third
hat trick. That's a hat trick off the coconut.
Watch it. Right off his hat.
We're going for a league record.
Here it comes. And a snap will come on.
Oh,
bam.
yeah, that's a good one.
And it comes right off.
That's a hat trick coconutter right there.
That's a hat trick of head saves by Zane Gophers.
And 2 of them been rockets. That was just a little chip shot. 2 of them been drives.
2 defensemen out there now. Marshall and Brodzinski. This is the second unit. Pretty quick change there for Don Lucia from the first unit. Just 30 seconds. But you can get this group out and then get the first group out again.
Exactly. You might get 30. Keep everybody fresh.
Yep. Give them different looks. Marshall, Kloos. Kloos, what a nice move. Throws it across into the crowd. Not sure what he was thinking there.
Good stick on puck by North Dakota there. Little dip in over the glass.
Souvenir number 1.
Kloos is supposed to be the fastest guy in the team. We talked to him. He said there's a couple guys that might be as quick as he is, but we haven't seen it tonight so far. North Dakota's done a good job of keeping that speed under control for the most part.
Yeah, great. He had a great West Regional. Beautiful goal. He had a great freshman year. 15 goals on the year. Boston College had the highest scoring freshman class with 132 goals. Minnesota was second at 129. So again, this is a young team that depends on the young players to score. That's a lot to ask for at a Frozen Four. Here comes Riley. Plenty of time left as that first unit is right back out again. Boyd, Camerata. Tried to go backhand sauce to Riley, but couldn't get it. But great job by Camerata to battle the Grimaldi and get it. Here's Boyd as Riley tries to work his way in. Oh, there's Schmaltz with a hand over the shoulder. Could have easily been called holding there. Nothing called. Comes back to Rao at the point. Riley. 360 move, loses control. We could have a breakaway. Here comes Grimaldi. Dives for McMillan, but Camerata gets back. Camerata throws it up to Boyd. Back they come. Boyd, drop pass, Rao. Rao in, shot. Blocked by Simpson again. Here comes Patton. Wrist shot high off the left shoulder of Wilcox, and back we go the other way. Finally end-to-end action. Rao. 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 As he left it there for Kloos.
North Dakota got to put a handle on this. This is not North Dakota style hockey right now.
Good power. Oh, look at Stetcher knock down Kloos. And the power play comes to an end. We're back at even strength as Kloos dumps it in deep.
That's been the most exciting part of the game so far. Those last 2 minutes on the power play.
Burst of excitement there on the power play. First one for Minnesota. So both teams have had a chance on the power play. The game remains scoreless.
All right, North Dakota's got to settle it down again now. Don't get caught up in all that speed and having fun. Just dial it down. Get back playing the way they have most of the game.
3 shots on goal on that Minnesota power play. Here's Ambrose. Waiting. Nice pass. Throws it across to Warning. Warning to Kloos. Kloos gets his stick tied up nicely there by Thompson. And the stick is underneath Kloos. And then Kloos gets run over by Ambrose. Back up on his feet. Parks waiting, throws it around the net. Nice play. Thompson, he can go right back to his deep pair as well. So good job by North Dakota. They were in some trouble, but now they settled it down and are able to break out. Watch out. Puck comes down. Backhander by Parks. He runs into Wilcox. Rebound. Kajula can't put it in as Wilcox gets driven back into his net.
Kajula had the wide open net.
Wow, North Dakota has an excellent chance. And here come the Gophers. Lettieri can't get it. Back comes Shea. Gets away from Kajula. Throws it across, but Matson gets it. North Dakota will have to touch up. And now they do. Holl. Crowd comes alive here as this late in the second period, some excitement has been fused into this very tactical, physical game. Shea will chip, decide not to chase. He'll change. Nick Matson tries to get around Riley and Lettieri. Grimaldi gets it out now. Race for the puck. Connor Riley. Rao one-times it in. Smart play, and he'll come around Fasching. Should get there first. He does. Bump by Schmaltz. Connor Riley, brother of Mike, along the wall with Fasching. Fasching, nice move. Drives the net. Back to Rao. On his backhand, though, and the extra move to get it to his forehand allowed North Dakota to knock it away.
North Dakota's good in their own zone, John. They don't run around. They really sink down low, blocking the lanes. Excellent job.
Icing on Minnesota will stay here.
I'll tell you, Rocco Grimaldi plays a much greater game than I ever thought he did, John. He really battles. Here's a chance in front of the net we talked about. There's the first chance, and Kajula comes in late right there.
Oh!
And he fans on it. He has a wide open net. He has the goaltender beat. He just has to shoot in the net. Hops over his stick, hits his stick. Oh, man, what a break. What a great chance for North Dakota.
Parks drove Wilcox into the net. I don't know if the referee would have called a penalty had the goal got in, because it looked like he kind of did that on his own and took Wilcox out of the play. But Kajula did fan as he was looking for his 12th goal of the year. Here comes Simpson. Wrist shot blocked nicely there by Brodzinski. Back to O'Donnell. What a nice pass in front to Gorder. What a beautiful play by O'Donnell. He's been one of the better North Dakota forwards in this game. Gorder wheels. Shot. Loose in front, but Wilcox covers it up as Rao and Rodwell exchange shots.
It's heating up, Johnny. It's getting better. It's getting good.
The second period is slowly heating up. Adam Wilcox up for the Mike Richter Award. 1 save, 2 saves, and then the fan by Kajula. The game remains 0s. Looking forward to that, boys. Union did win game 1 today, 5-4. They'll play the winner of this one Saturday Night Live, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. Coverage of the Division I Men's Hockey Championship presented by Northwestern Mutual. Face off to the right of Adam Wilcox, the Minnesota band. In this one, high in the end zone above Zane Gothbergs. They have a great view of their netminder right now. And they see Peranto go up to Boyd. Travis Boyd with the puck. Travis Boyd works his way through. Here's Saratori and Boyd. Saratori without the puck, but hit hard by Ledoux. Pronto towards the net. Taken by Parks. Parks high off the glass and works out well to Matson, who backhands it in.
What a little breakout pass right there.
Yeah. Here comes Boyd again. He'll stop now. Lead for Ambrose. Ambrose with a high stick and played by Parks. The faceoff will come to the left. Seth Ambrose, junior from Minnesota, 6'3", 215.
This is a game where Fasching has to come up or Ambrose has to come up. Big guys, power forwards. It's a gritty game. It's an ugly game. You know, you're going to have to score those greasy, grimy goals in front of the net. Those are two guys from Minnesota that should be really able to function in that type of game.
Yeah, there's one player on each line. You get Fasching.
Yep.
And you Nate Connon, the other guy you mentioned earlier, big older player, and then Ambrose. Those are the three big bodies.
Those three guys got to be leaders tonight for Minnesota, because North Dakota's really making life miserable for the smaller, quicker guys.
Face off, Camerata. Puck takes a weird bounce and goes the other way. Hard shot on Wilcox. His glove there as Luke Johnson, Chicago Blackhawk draft pick from Grand Forks, the freshman, puts it on goal.
I'm getting the feeling it's not going to be a normal goal, John.
Yeah.
The goalies look too sharp. You know, neither one look nervous. They're just getting stronger and stronger as the game goes on.
17,311 fans here in Philadelphia for this year's Frozen Four. Next year we'll be in the great hockey city of Boston, Massachusetts. Should be another excellent Frozen Four. Always great ones in Boston.
And BU should be much stronger next year.
Yep.
They might come back to the tournament, hopefully.
Jack Eichel coming to play for David Quinn as they look to rebound after this year's season. And we'll see what happens with Boston College. Johnny Gaudreau comes back, and
if he comes back, you're in play.
They have this great freshman class that'll be a year older.
Yeah, if Johnny comes back, you're in play. If Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah.
Wasn't quite the storybook he wanted here. He should win the Hobie Baker tomorrow, but to win a national championship in the rink that he came as a little kid rooting on the Flyers so close to home, and Probably would have made his decision to leave easier if you win everything.
Yep.
Maybe it'll change things. Maybe it'll not. Mom wants him to stay.
Dad wants him to go. Yeah.
Johnny was telling us there's been some dinner table mini arguments over what he should do. All right, back to this Minnesota North Dakota Classic. Stick held for a second, but nothing called. Again, another excellent officiated game by these officials. The Big Ten crew in game 1, and then the Hockey East crew here. Really high level of officiating.
Yep. The first game they weren't the story, and they've done a good job here. They've let them play. They want to play like this, so let them play.
Just one power play each. And they are skating, they are moving their feet, competing hard. On the board, St. Clair, pass and
sniper got him.
Yeah, Andrew Panzarella hit his skate blade and kind of knocked him off balance. Here comes Clues. There's that speed we talked about. Tries to make a feed to Condon. Clues still has in his feet. Panzarella flat-footed. Great work by, here's Condon. That's that speed player we talked about, real strong on his skates.
That's so new in the game. You know, 5-10 years ago, that never happened to defenseman reverse a puck like that. You'd have got in trouble with your coach if you'd have done that. Now everybody does it, and it's a real tough thing to defend against.
Ben Marshall trying to get it out, but kept in nicely. Here's McMillan. First line center, falls down. Brzezinski picks it up. Here come the Gophers. First period winding down. Here comes North Dakota Parks. Kajula will get to it first. He's going to let it go to McMillan. McMillan shot on Wilcox, steers it wide, out of trouble. Wilcox gets collided by Kajula there in his arm.
But I don't know if Wilcox initiated that or he certainly was involved.
He was away from the play, so good no call. And as Mark McMillan sends a laser into his own bench, the linesman sitting up on the bench, and the referee's talking to him about it. Let's see what happened here, Barry.
I think he initiated this. I don't think the goaltender's innocent. There was traffic in front, but he certainly got involved.
Video never lies. Yeah, you're right. He kind of,
you know, there wasn't enough there.
Good no call all the way around.
He certainly wasn't innocent.
Second period winding down. Will someone get a momentum-changing late goal? North Dakota with Grimaldi and Riley. Grimaldi, nice pass over to Johnson. Luke Johnson to Simpson. Simpson, Ledoux. Ledoux, wrist shot! Tipped wide by Toronto. Nice play. And he'll chip it up to center. Minnesota backs off now. Make sure everybody's back. But a beautiful move by Ledoux. Here he comes. They got time for a shot here. Oh, off the ankle of Ambrose. Riley goes to get it, and this second period is going to come to an end. 40 minutes, Barry. And the story is the netminders.
You tell North Dakota started this game at 0-0 after 2 periods. They'd have took it any time of the day. So, again, I think North Dakota likes this style of play more than Minnesota does.
Of course, they won in double overtime last week, and as we start the third period, it's going to have an overtime feel because you just can't imagine many goals being scored as the Gophers and their fans, #1 for most of the year. But it can all end, of course, and it would be awful for them to end against North Dakota. So 24 shots on goal for North Dakota, 21 for Minnesota, and we're no score after 40 minutes. So let's send you now to Matt Schick on our ESPNU studios for the Frozen Four intermission report here on ESPN2.
Don't kid with COVID. mHealth Fairview wants you to know that what you do today will affect your family and our community tomorrow. Good hand washing protects you and can slow the spread of the virus. Use soap and warm water. Be sure to wash both sides between your fingers, fingernails, thumbs, and wrists. Scrub for at least 20 seconds. Wash early and often. Wash your hands. Avoid big groups. Stay home. Don't go out. We've all got to do our part. Don't kid with COVID. mHealth Fairview wants you to know that what you do today will affect your family and our community tomorrow. Social distancing helps you avoid contact with those who may be infected with the virus. What can you do? Steer clear of crowds of 10 or more people. Keep a distance of 6 feet between you and others in public spaces. And if possible, work from home. Wash your hands. Avoid big groups. Stay home. Don't go out. We've all got to do our part.
Wins 0-0. One of them's going to end very, very happy, and one of them won't be quite as happy, but both goaltenders have played a superb game.
St. Gothberg playing some head games at one end.
I get it. I got it.
Quinn Kesnick down by the sheet. You talked with Coach Hackstall of North Dakota. What did he have to say?
You talk about tension, man. You can just feel it on this team and Coach's face. Said it's all about our relentless work ethic. That's who we are. Just keep doing the same thing.
Nifty play by Dylan Simpson to Schmaltz. But here comes Rao into the zone. Rao, warning shot. Deflected nicely by Schmaltz and off the back glass behind Gothberg. And Schmaltz gets it out to Holl, but he gives it right back to Parks. Kajula's offside. He had to pick up his left skate. And once that came off the ice, his right skate was in the Minnesota zone, so he became offside.
Well, it's star time, Johnny. The stars for both these teams, and I don't mean those two. The other guys have to start putting the puck in the net. Rao for Minnesota, he's got to get the job done. Grimaldi for North Dakota, he's the leader of that team offensively. He has to get the job done. So stars got to come now in a 20-minute hockey game.
Grimaldi's out there now with Luke Johnson and Stefan Patton. This is Ledoux to Patton. We're offside. Back outside the zone.
And for the most part, Minnesota's done a great job with this Grimaldi line. Rocco hasn't had a lot of time and space. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities. I can remember one good shot he had from the middle of the rink between the circles. Other than that, not a lot of great opportunities.
No. That hit the backup goalie on the bench, and they're asking for that. Now they get the call. You heard the...
Everybody's making saves tonight, John.
Gopher, yeah.
Even the goalies that don't play are getting hit with the puck and making saves.
Michael Shabowski on the bench, all geared up. He's got his helmet on by rule.
By rule, yeah.
He's got his blocker and glove on. He wants to play. And that came up, and he made the save. There he is. From Andover, Minnesota, the senior.
Yeah, the backup goaltender has to have all the duds on. He can't be sitting there in a baseball hat like the NHL, eating popcorn. He's got to have all the duds going.
Patton pressuring Toronto and Riley. Here comes Jake. Through the neutral zone. Softly dumps it in. And Ambrose and Boyd go after it. Matson wheels it around, and Ledoux will go get it. To the point to Johnson.
Fast boards here, John. The wraparounds work really well.
Patton. And this has really been out most of the game. We've had spurts of moments of excitement, but otherwise it's just both teams not taking any chances, no odd man rushes. It's very responsible. Wilcox makes the save.
And when there has been a breakdown, which has been very rare, the goaltenders have both stood tall.
O'Donnell in front. Kajula, but it's gloved down and back home the Gophers. Marshall throws it across to Camerata. Backhands it in. Condon goes hard. However, Ledoux skates away, hits the back of Gorder, so Camerata's able to get it and go back to the D. Brodzinski, nice take-to-take pass to Klus. Here he comes. Klus, one-timer. Easy save by Gothberg as Camerata's shot. Not much on it. Again, one of the most storied rivalries in all of college sports. No longer the same conference because of the formation of the Big Ten. You see the 282nd meeting, third most between two schools, third meeting in the Frozen Four. Minnesota won back in 1979 under Herb Brooks before he went on to coach USA. The 1980 Olympics in Lake Placid.
You just think of all the great hockey players that play for these two schools. When I was going over the teams that won national championships, I played against a lot of them. NHL stars, great hockey players, Olympic stars. It's amazing. How many of them were on the 1980 team?
Herb Brooks won 3 national championships in the 70s. Don Lucia won back-to-back last decade. So he's looking to tie Brooks if he can win this weekend in Philadelphia. He's got a great team this year. Simpson, Schmaltz. He's got a pesky North Dakota team to deal with here in the semifinal. Schmaltz around the net he goes. Across. Shot. Save on Chiswick. Has another block shot there, Brzezinski. Back in there by Holt and St. Clair, and they'll change as Johnny Brodzinski goes back to get it. He'll go off now and trade places with Justin Holl, who comes on with Brady Shea. Shea very careful, throws it back. Holl had already went to the front of the net thinking Shea was going up the boards with it, but Minnesota still able to get out of the zone. Here's Shea. Shea gets away from Parks. Here he goes, a New York Rangers first-round pick. Up the ice he goes. Nice look. Warning. Fashing. Shea! Wrist shot is wide. And McMillan's going to try to get it out, but he can't. Kept in there by Holl. Around to his D partner, Shea. Shea in the slot. Tipped in front. Fashing. Watched by McMillan. Comes to Kajula. Backhands it to the defenseman, Ledoux. Here comes Ledoux, and he'll get it in deep. As North Dakota is changing. Wilcox leaves it for Shea. Holl. Long pass up to Fashing. Fashing tries to split the D, but again, here comes Grimoni. He's got room. Watch out. Grimoni, toe drag, wrist shot into the belly of Adam Wilcox.
Well, that's a sweet little move by Grimaldi right there. You see the skill, see his quickness side to side. Reminds me a little bit of Marcel Dion when Marcel used to play in Los Angeles. He can go sideways as quick as he can go forward. There's that quick move inside. John Reeves mentioned the toe drag. Good quick shot, but Wilcox is ready for it. But a really quick side-to-side move like that. Tough for a defenseman to play against a smaller guy that's so strong. Very, very skilled.
Get that railroad stride. Those feet are wide apart, short, quick strides. Only 5'6", grew up in California. Florida Panther, drop pick, rebound shot over the net, blistered by Grimaldi. Hard shot, short side, wide of Wilcox. Kept it by Stetcher. That wrist shot goes wide of Wilcox. Johnson and Ambrose skate for it, and it comes out of the zone as Thompson had backed off. Again, these teams are playing it safe when in doubt.
Yeah, he thought Thompson was going to take it. Thompson thought he was going to take it. That's why Thompson backed out and the play wasn't able to be made. And Thompson had to back out there in a 0-0 game.
Yeah.
He can't stay in there.
Third period, Frozen Four semifinal game, 0-0 against favored Minnesota. They're going to make the Gophers earn it. Condon to Camerata. Camerata's offside as the pass there by Travis Boyd was a bit slow. The NCAA Frozen Four National Championship game is Saturday night, 7:30 Eastern, live over on ESPN, the mothership. For more information on the 2014 NCAA Frozen Four, go to ncaa.com, the official online home for all 89 NCAA championships. And congratulations to every student athlete out there that has won a national championship so far. We got a few more sports to go, lacrosse and golf and baseball, and of course here in Philadelphia at the Frozen Four, just to name a few. And congratulations to Kevin Ollie and UConn, who just won the basketball national championship. Gino Auriemma as UConn sweeps the men and women's titles this year. Back comes North Dakota. Blocked by Brzezinski and into the netting. Shots on goal favored North Dakota by 3, Barry.
There's a lot of puck movement in neutral zone, but again, everything's on the wall, everything's on the outside, nobody's coming through the middle. They're taking the middle away. Both these teams are doing a great job. They're basically playing for one goal. It's almost like we're in overtime now. The way they're checking, the way they're playing. Nobody's getting caught, nobody's taking a chance. We talked about Thompson, the defense was just pulling out when he saw any danger there. So very, very careful play right now between these two teams.
And like you said, North Dakota is comfortable in this style of play. They played the double overtime game against Ferris. They know their goaltender is so good. They can play a little free and just try to work the way up, work hard, and get to the net. Fourth line out there now. Chiswick, St. Clair, and Panzarella.
This line has been good for North Dakota.
They've had the puck in the Minnesota zone a lot.
Yeah.
Here comes Letary. It's been against this line, and we haven't called Girdley and Letary too much down here. Connor Riley, number 21's had a couple of chances. This heavyweight battle of schools continues.
Keep it on the wall, baby. Keep it on the wall.
Really is like a classic 15-round matchup. Two teams going hard at it, back and forth.
Body punches, no headshots,
yeah,
though, John.
A lot of body. Well, a couple of headshots to Gophers.
Yeah, just a goaltender.
But he can take a punch.
He's taking 3.
He can take a biscuit to the melon. But lots of body blows, but we remain in a tight draw so far. McMillan off the side of the net, hit hard behind it. Another body blow by Minnesota. Holl off the skate of McMillan. It squares perfectly if you're a Minnesota fan, right to Warning. Warning, Rao, and Fashing are out there. Here's Rao. Try to go to Shea, but it hit a skate. Shea was ready. Parks makes a nice move. Flyer draft pick here in Philadelphia. Nice effort there by Fashing to put his big body and shoulder in front of Parks. Rao, watch out. Simpson stepping up and comes high. Here comes Saratori out. Saratori has Fashing. Saratori, nice move, but good recovery by North Dakota. And Troy Stetcher gets it out of trouble. No score here in game 2. John Butcher-Gross and Barry Melrose. The winner plays Union on Saturday. Union's never won a national championship. Both of these two schools have won plenty. Union's never played North Dakota before in the school's history. They have played Minnesota a few times. Patton on Riley. Patton looking for the wraparound, throws it back behind the net, but instead throws it right to Boyd. Oh, but Patton takes it back from Boyd. But Minnesota's in good position defensively. You see all 5 guys are back. Both teams have yet to break down defensively. We'll see if somebody gives soon. Toronto. Serratori. Here comes Serratori, 3-on-3. Serratori throws it across. Watch about the change again. There's 6 players on the ice.
That was too many men on the ice again.
They got away with that one.
That was worse than the previous one.
It was. There might have been 7 there for a second. Clues gets it out. Minnesota changes. Gorder. Saved by Wilcoxon. Thrown aside by Brodzinski. Nifty play by him with his mitt. Marshall with the hit. Into the corner it goes. Derek Rodwell, number 11. Out there with Gorder and Brendan O'Donnell. Gorder had the big double overtime goal against Ferris. Again, he and his teammates were just in this situation a couple of weekends ago. Nice move by Matson. Here he comes, walking down the boards. Shot in front, rebound, sitting there, but taken away. Just hoping for a lucky bounce at this point. Condon gets hit by O'Donnell, goes down. Back up again.
Tough shot for the goaltender there, because if he makes a save, he's pretty well going to deflect it in front of the net. Just got to hope that your buddies tie your opposition up in front of the net, which Minnesota did a good job there.
Hall around to Shea, but it gets by him. Comes up the wall. Letary, number 19 and Shea. Hall and Clues are waiting for the puck to spread out. Going to stay in position. Shea continues to battle. Panzarella hit by Clues, and Hall has space. Condon. Hard shot there by Letary, the freshman. Here comes Schmaltz. He's an offensive-minded defenseman. Opens up. Kajula. High shot never quite got to Wilcox, it appears. Schmaltz keeps it in with his glove. Looking for Simpson. Now waits, walks the line. Kajula, hard shot! Blocked in front. I don't think it got to Wilcox.
I don't think it got through either. Wilcox was there, though.
And this is what North Dakota said they would do. Bodies in front, pucks in net. One-timer wide of Wilcox. Schmaltz shot that one. Kajula goes high in the corner. Gets it back. Kajula, shot off the side of the post. Wrap around in front. Shot. Wilcox trying to cover up. He can. Schmaltz, Parks, shot. Whistle.
And the referee,
the linesman goes down as he and Simpson collide. I'm not sure why the whistle. Oh, the hand pass.
What a shift.
Hand pass has been called.
Wow.
That's what stopped the play, even if you did still see the puck alive. Adam Wilcox, Barry, with all kinds of stuff in front of him.
Unbelievable job.
And the hand pass would eventually be called, and the play is blown dead, and we remain scoreless in Philly. All over this great land, including North Dakota and Minnesota. This was the first time all year Minnesota blanked through 2 periods, and they're still blanked midway through the 3rd. This is going just as North Dakota had planned. It was their game plan from the get-go, and so far it's worked to perfection.
I'd say North Dakota better not have another bad change the rest of this game, John, because they got away with one right there.
Sure did. But they still do have to get one by Adam Wilcox. They've come close a few times. This Mike Riley hard shot goes around. Toronto will keep it in. Serratori tries to get it down past Simpson. Simpson will dump it back out. 1-on-1. At the line. Cross backhand there by Patton. Goes wide. He finishes his check on Ambrose. Toronto, beautiful pass. Here comes Boyd with Serratori. As Ambrose trailing. Ambrose tries to chop at it, Grimaldi, but here comes North Dakota. Late developing 3-on-2 now. Kane looks tired. Kajula spins away, but a good defensive play by Marshall. Ambrose has some room, but he's just about out of gas. Turnover in the neutral zone. Here comes Parks. Parks, wrist shot, tipped wide nicely by Marshall. And then Rao intercepts that pass. Gets it up deep as he looked to spring Sam Warning for a breakaway. Warning.
Ledoux just got a stick on that, Johnny. Sort of knocked it to the side.
Rao has some speed. Wrap around attempt. No, Rao again in front. Warning, score! Sam Warning lead 1-0.
Well, John, we were talking about the best players have to get the job done. Grimaldi for North Dakota. We talked about Rao. Warning certainly fits that category, one of the better players, and that's getting the job done. Leaders were working hard, making the play. Rao had the puck on his stick, almost scored himself. Good battle for the puck down low. There's the transfer of the puck from down to high. Now you see Rao come around the net, tries to jam it in himself, wrap around, and Warning picks up the loose puck, has the presence of mind to throw it on his backhand and throw it up under the bar. Warning, you just see him coming late. Nobody picks him up. Everybody's watching Rao with the puck. No one picks up Warning. Big, big goal. They know it. 9 minutes left, boy. The way this game has been, the way Wilcox is playing net, that could be a dagger, baby.
Yeah, the sand is pouring through the hourglass quickly all of a sudden. 9 minutes to go, under 9 minutes to go. Sam Warning, the junior forward from Missouri, that is USHL hockey at Cedar Rapids, gets his 13th goal of the year. 27th in his 106th Gopher game. Here comes Gorder now. North Dakota needs to answer. Gorder, backhander, hits the side and score! The double overtime hero against Ferris State comes right back. And North Dakota ties it with 8:37 to go.
John, the most important shift of a game is the shift after a goal. If you've given up the goal, you got to go out and get it back like North Dakota just did. Or if you scored the goal, you got to go and keep the lead and keep the momentum. Minnesota's just weak on the puck right there. That's the weakest Wilcox has been all game long. He was off the post. He wasn't aggressive on it and found the short room.
Banks it in off the side. The puck was back behind the goal line, the end line there, but he banks it off his
unbelievable play.
Right lat and goes in.
You
so
can't give up a goal the shift after you just scored a goal. Wow.
Boy, they worked so hard to get that first one, Barry, and North Dakota does exactly what they had to do.
And he was by himself. There was no one near him. It was 1-on-3. The goaltender was back. Everyone fell asleep.
So Connor Gorder he's part of that lunch pail mentality. It took forever, and suddenly
50 minutes, it took 50 minutes.
Warning, 1-0 Minnesota. But then Connor Gorder, no, yes, we're tied at 1.
Picks up his own rebound off a harmless backhand, so you're right. 50 minutes, nothing. 32 seconds, 2.
Warning gets his first goal since February the 28th. And then right back.
He was due, John.
He was due. That had to feel real good for him. And back comes North Dakota now. McMillan in front. Stick goes flying in the air about 100 feet in the air. What was that?
I've never seen a stick go that high in one piece. It wasn't even broken.
I mean, it had to be 50 feet in the air. All right, Schmaltz. Ambrose looks to get it out. He does. Here he comes. Ambrose up to Boyd. As Saratori, Shea's coming late. Kane waits. Shea goes behind the net. Very aggressively now gets his way back. Stolen by Fashing. Fashing. Saratori helps him. Here comes Saratori. We're going to have a replay of that stick launching in the air. Brodzinski has had 5 blocked shots in this game. Just shoots it wide. Marshall back behind the Fashing. Protects his puck from Thompson. However, McMillan, the centerman, good job of support. He comes out with it. Kajula wants to change, calling for a change.
They all wanted to change. Everybody on the ice wanted to change.
Nifty play by Marshall to Warning. Warning into the gut. And what happened? This twig went straight up in the air, almost to the top of the netting.
Oh, it's like a nuclear weapon right here. You're going to see the players come there.
Doing! Boyd's stick. As it was.
Parks tried to just lift the stick away from the puck, and he just threw it like 50 feet straight up in the air. It's like it was shot out of a gun straight up in the air. I've never seen a stick go that high in the air.
Now Boyd had one hand on his stick, kind of a loose grip.
That's a real loose grip.
And Parks came from behind him and just stick straight up.
Could separate your shoulder with the torque on that.
All right, 1-1 late here. Approaching 7 minutes left. Huge game between these two rivals. What a night of college hockey it has been here on ESPN2 from Philadelphia. Amazing first game, 5-4, and then this two bitter rivals who didn't meet during the regular season. Hard hitting, tight checking. And then suddenly 2 quick goals, and we're tied at 1. Tomorrow night, the young guns of the nationwide series head to North Dakota. They wanted to keep this a tight checking game, and he has.
It has. It's been perfect for North Dakota. Minnesota hasn't got their skill level or their speed working. Chances have been under control for North Dakota. This has been a perfect game for them, and they showed a lot of heart. They never quit on the play and scored the next shift after Minnesota scored a goal.
Pass in front. Here comes Ledoux. Shot wide. Matson, the defenseman, in deep, throws it in front, looking for the redirect off something, anything. North Dakota cycling hard along the wall. O'Donnell, shoved by Camerata. O'Donnell turns, fires. Oh, and almost went right to Gorder. Gorder, tough angle, goes behind the net. Kajula in front, chipped away nicely there. Lee Wilcox got that. Behind the net, what pressure by North Dakota. But the Gophers will break out. Here comes Condon, 4 wide. Across the line. Here comes North Dakota. Panzarella. Andrew Panzarella hits the stick of Holl, but St. Clair gets there first. St. Clair, Bryn Chiswick, and Panzarella in the corner. 5.5 to go in the game. Holl, great leap to get out of the way. Here on the stick, slapping against each other. Hits along the boards and the glass.
That's a board meeting, John. That's what's called in hockey, a board meeting.
North Dakota fans come alive. That's outside the zone. And right on it. Have these linesmen been excellent in this game? Tommy George and Bob Bernard have been right on it, spot on everything. Even got the too many men ice penalty by North Dakota. We go to overtime. Another spray of Vitalis could be necessary for Coach Axelberry.
You might have to go with the super duper.
Yeah.
Vitalis.
Rene
wow.
Rancourt strength.
I don't think you can take that up to North Dakota. I don't think you can take that across state lines.
Yeah, really. 5 minutes entering that mark to the third period. Will we have an overtime here in the Frozen Four? I get the feeling we could be here a while. Of course, we felt that way, then bam.
Yeah. Thought the game was over 3 minutes ago.
2 goals in 32 seconds. Parks hit hard by Serratori, lost his twig. Shea knocks down Kajula from his butt, passes it in front, but it's right to Ambrose. Ambrose to Boyd. Here comes Boyd, Travis Boyd. Schmaltz will ring it around. Great work by Marshall to keep it in. Marshall, short side shot, it comes free, and he digs at it, but Gothberg is able to cover it up. 4 of 36 and counting. The winner plays for the national championship on Saturday.
Later, we're back to what a tie game. It's unbelievable.
Nick Bukestad, Minnesota Gopher, scored twice tonight as the Panthers beat the Maple Leafs. So he's got Frozen Four fever, the former Gopher, and
he'll probably be watching.
Beat Boston College in Game 1. The winner of this game plays Union for the national championship on ESPN Saturday night, 7:30 Eastern time is our puck drop here from Philadelphia.
Every draw now, Butchie. 4.5 minutes left.
Huge. Warning, the goal scorer will take the draw. He wins it to Fasching. Holl has only one option, to throw it back behind the net. Schmaltz takes it. Comes up to Johnson again. The Gopher D backs up a bit. Holl. Fasching touched that, so it's no icing. You heard the linesman yell, no, no, no. That meant no icing. Schmaltz, head up. Johnson. Johnson has Grimaldi. But he'll take it himself. Now drop to Grimaldi. Grimaldi throws it in front, but a paddle save there by Wilcox. Back comes Warning. He'll change, but Fasching and Rao will stay out there to forecheck. Rao misses his man. Thrown back in there by Brzezinski, but hits the body. Here comes Johnson. Johnson will softly dump it in. He'll change. Gorder, the goal scorer, back out there.
Short shift, 30 seconds, 35 seconds at the most. Get on, get off.
Condon, onside. Waits, tries to go across the other side to Brzezinski, but he can't. Puck high, offside, but into the crowd for souvenir number 2. Caught out of midair by that North Dakota fan. Well done.
I love these games like this. I love being part of them. I love coaching them, the excitement. You find out so much about your team. Warning, first goal since February 28th. John Gorder comes down, his 9th of the year. Just a great job by everybody on both these teams. I'll tell you, North Dakota had a great game plan. They played it to a T, and now we're looking at a tie game with 3.5 minutes left.
Marshall. Great pressure by Kajula. There's Ambrose. Territorial will try to chase it down. Whacked out, kept in nicely by Boyd, but then taken there by Stetcher. To Kajula. Kajula working on Riley. Gloved by Wilcox with 3:14 to go.
Can of corn right there. He's on top of his game right now, so any shot he sees like that, both goaltenders have played superb. Any shot either goaltender sees, it's not going to go in the net. They're going to eat everything up.
Adam Wilcox. There's Goldie. Trying to get these Gopher fans.
Goldie better get ready for OT.
Could be a long night.
Gophers aren't that good after midnight either.
Broken stick off the draw. Gertler will have to go get a new one. He does. His remains are still in that dot. Thrown in, and souvenir number 3 of this Frozen Four semifinal game. 3:01 from overtime.
And you're just pushing each other. Come on, you know, you're just helping each other on the bench. Everybody's tired. Everybody's beat up. It's been a very physical game. Both goaltenders been fighting through traffic all night long. It's just a battle of wills now. It's just whoever wants it the most will pay the price, and who will continue to battle.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock Eastern time. Approaching 11 o'clock Eastern time. These players probably had a tough time sleeping last night. Got up. I'm sure try to catch a nap this afternoon if they could. But they're getting weary, and mentally the coaches are trying to keep them in the game. That's why the short shifts, to keep them mentally into it and give them a chance to recharge that melon when they get to the bench. Under 3 to go. Shea goes in front, picked up by Grimaldi. Here comes Grimaldi with some speed. Patton stops. Watched by Shea. Johnson leaves it go. Grimaldi in the corner to Schmaltz. Keeps it into Johnson. Patton is working in front of the net. Now he comes to help. Johnson watched by Shea. Pushed down. Pushed down again. Kane up to Ambrose, and Simpson will back off. Again,
another terrible
very
change.
aggressive change. Ambrose blocked by Simpson.
That guy was in the middle of the rink, and the guy he changed for wasn't even at the bench yet.
North Dakota really cheating on some of these changes. Johnson. Simpson might have as many saves as Gothberg today. All the shots he blocked. Look at the defenseman Ledoux in deep. Hits the skate of the ref. Rao is plastered by Kajula, but does get up to Warning. Here comes Warning. Riley, the defenseman, joins the play. Warning throws it in. Hit a little late there by Madsen. The play continues. Here comes Warning. Feeling good after his first goal. Rao in front. Shot. Can't get a shot off, and it squirts out to the high slot to Kajula. Kajula trying to go wide on Riley. Riley not trying to commit a penalty, but a penalty is going to be called. North Dakota will go on the power play with 1:39 left in regulation. You can see Riley did not want to commit the penalty. He raised his arm up. Well, let's see if he gets his stick into Kajula, because it appears it's going to be holding on Mike Riley.
It looked like the game was over at one end of the net. Rao, who's really picked up in the third period, makes a beautiful play right here. He gets it, goes around.
Oh.
Great defensive play right there. Awesome job. It goes.
There's Nick Madsen.
Madsen comes in with that big stick and gets it out of there. Great defensive play. And it goes right down to the other end with speed.
Oh, yeah, good call.
There's a hand on him,
Easy
definitely.
Call.
Yeah, he took it off later, but the damage had already been done.
Yeah.
But wow, what a play by Rao. What a play by Madsen, saving that goal.
We were shielded by that hand. It clearly was on the shoulder for at least a second and a half. And so the power play just had one in this game. It was only one shot on goal. So North Dakota with a chance in regulation to go on the power play to take the lead and maybe win it. Grimaldi. Grimaldi shot in front and blocked. Ledoux. Keep an eye on if Wilcox gets bumped. Patton is very close to him. He just put 2 shots into Patton's back. Warning tries to get him out of there. In front, Wilcox. As once again, North Dakota tried to bank it off of Wilcox from behind the end line. That was Luke Johnson, number 27.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Marshall is so aggressive on Patton in front of the net. You can't move him. He's a big man. All you do is supply a worse screen for your goaltender. Now you got 2 bodies in front of you, whereas there's only one. So Most of the teams now just front the guy like you do in basketball.
Yep.
Don't get tied up with him, so you're able to go and get loose pucks and help your goaltender in other ways. Those big guys in front, you're not going to be able to move them anyways, and if you do, you take a penalty on them.
Rao is 11-4 on draws, number 7. He's got 11 out of 15 on his way. Let's see if he can win this one. Although McMillan's been pretty good, and he's on his backhand. He's going to try to get it back to Simpson. It's about a 50-50 there. Might be Riles in the end, but it's North Dakota with the puck. Schmaltz walks in, wrist shot, saved by Wilcox. That almost went under his left armpit.
I love the aggressiveness North Dakota is showing right now. They're not holding anything back. They're aggressive. They're making good plays. Good traffic in front of them. Wilcox really battles through this. He pulls it just to his left a little bit in order to get through that Holl defenseman right there, number 12. He just pulls it to his left a little bit. Shot gets through, but again, Wilcox exactly where he should be. Controls the rebound, which is even more important than making the first save.
See if Rao can win this one for the Gopher fans. Concerned every faceoff. 69 seconds left. And Rao wins his faceoff. And Shea's going to clear it down. No, glove by Schmaltz. Schmaltz. Kajula. Schmaltz. Break. Here comes Fasching with Rao. Fasching across, but Kajula, the forward, breaks it up. Gophers almost had a chance there. Under a minute to go in regulation. Parks. Of course, we play sudden death hockey until someone scores. Schmaltz. Kajula has room, fires! Saved by Wilcox. McMillan digs at it. Can't get it to go.
You got to stay in front of Wilcox. You can't let him have that lane to come out and make the save. You got to keep him back in the blue area. He's really aggressive right now. Good puck movement here by North Dakota. Right there, he's seeing that puck. The green sweater's got to be right in his vision, not to the side. Don't be waving your stick at the puck. Get right in front of him so he can't come out and play it.
Face off to the left of Wilcox. Grimaldi. Condon tries to get it. Can't. Grimaldi chips it to himself. Keeps it in. Grimaldi to the slot. Grimaldi, but it's chipped away nicely there by Boyd, number 22.
Still time, 25 seconds.
One more chance for North Dakota to come up, set up, and maybe get a shot or two on goal. Matson will ring it around, and Luke Johnson will try to battle with Marshall. It comes up. Ledoux. Shot. Tipped. Rebound saved by Wilcox. Man, these pucks are barely sticking to his sweater.
Wilcox wasn't sure he had this. He thought it was underneath him. But again, if you don't know where it is, just stay tight. Hopefully it'll be underneath you. If you move, he might knock it in the net. Better job of screening right there. You have to move to the side to find the puck. He found it though. Oh, there was a tip too, John.
Ooh. Wow. 4 shots on this power play for North Dakota. Grimaldi, he's gotten better at draws, but Ryle's been sensational. See if Grimaldi can win this back to Schmaltz. To the side, great job by Rao again. Shea chips it up nicely. Here come the Gophers. Can they make it in time to get a shot? Rao, blocked, rebound, Holl shot, score! Score! Justin Holl, I think he beat the buzzer. Of course, we'll take a look at this. Minnesota is off the bench. A giant pile on the blue line, but it appears Justin Holl has won the game.
Yeah, this might be a little premature, Johnny. I think it's close.
There might be time left on the clock. Obviously, there has to be some time left on the clock for the goal to count. Whether it's 1/10 of a second, 2/10 of a second, but the game really can't be over. It's either overtime or point something. Holl gets it, kicks it to his tape. This is going to count. It is clearly in with 0.6 to go. So the game's not over. There'll be a face-off.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Off the post. Unbelievable.
Oh.
0.6 seconds will remain. There'll be a face-off. But for all intents and purposes, Minnesota is going to the championship game.
Wow. This game.
Justin Holl had no goals during the regular season. This is his 38th game of the year. He's going to score his first to win the game.
And a face-off in Minnesota's end, 200 feet from the goal. The puck comes to him. Good quick wrist shot.
All they have to do is look at our overhead shot with the clock, and their answer.
Watch the rebound come right there.
Watch Holl kick this to his tape, Barry.
Holl gets it, a defenseman joining the rush. Everybody trying to block the shot. Oh. Over.
Gophers got to get back on the bench. The game is not over.
So the Gophers should actually get a 2-minute penalty.
They might.
For delay a game.
Probably won't matter. 0.6 to go.
I don't think. Jerry York couldn't come up with a play to score with 3 seconds.
Almost.
I don't think they can do it with 0.6 seconds.
Of course,
we see a goalie get hit 3 times in the melon tonight. We see a stick fly 100 feet straight up in the air.
Justin Holl, senior from Minnesota, again, didn't score all year long.
And he had the first good chance in the game, Johnny. Remember that 3-on-2 that was created?
Yeah.
He joined the rush.
It was 0.6 seconds ago, and boy, North Dakota plays their heart out. And for the second straight year, that's the photo.
Well,
we saw that photo last year when Yale beat them.
You'd think with that amount of time, Minnesota would just get it out of the zone, just chip it in and get ready for overtime. Maybe North Dakota wasn't expecting them to try and score.
Unbelievable. Just the bounce went their way, shot blocked. It comes to Holl, and just like that, Minnesota survives the ultimate nail-biter against their most heated rivalry.
Devastating loss for North Dakota. Coach Hackstall's lost before. They come every year. They haven't won since he's taken over the program. Devastating loss. You can just tell the kids.
They are stunned.
I'm stunned.
They are absolutely, I mean, they're frozen.
Takes a lot to stun me. I'm stunned.
They are frozen at the Frozen Four. I mean, they can't move.
They had a power play in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Just stunning. And Gopher, he can't get up. He is so stunned and overwhelmed. That was a perfectly placed shot by Holl.
Off the post and in, far post and in.
Along the ice, a centimeter inside that post. We're not done yet here from Philadelphia. Take a short time out, but Justin Holl scores the goal of his Gopher life just inside the right post. Jubilation in Gopherland. They'll play for a national championship Saturday night. We're back with more from Philadelphia after this.
Game. I thought North Dakota played extremely well. And sometimes you have to find a way to win, and Adam certainly gave us an opportunity to win the game based on his play. And then obviously the penalty at the end of the game was huge. It, we looked like we were going to kill it, and then we jumped up on that 3-on-2, and no better time for Justin to score his first goal of the season than tonight. But that's our team. We haven't relied on any one guy. A new guy has to step forward each and every night. So just proud of our guys and to have the opportunity to play in the last day of the year.
All right, very good. We'll take your questions for the players, and we can predict what the first question will be. Who wants to ask it? Go ahead.
Justin, Anthony Galizia with the Boston Globe. Is that the most improbable goal that you've ever scored?
Yeah, I think most of us were just focusing on killing the penalty and getting overtime, and I guess it just developed where there were 5 seconds left, and I figured might as well jump in and went in.
You want more than that?
More?
Well, what do you think, Adam? What did it look like from where you're at?
We had 9 seconds left, and I looked up, and I was just hoping that we could get that 9 seconds without a shot so we can go into overtime, and made a great play off the face-off, huge play by our center, and chipped it out, and now just kind of looking up, thinking, waiting for time to expire to go into OT, and all of a sudden see Halsey shoot the puck, and it went in, and I looked up and it was at 0, so I kind of skated out and did a half celebration, half kind of arms up, what's going on, and then jumped in the pile. I was trying not to celebrate too much, and when the ref called it a goal, I haven't had a better feeling in my life there throughout that game.
All right here.
Justin, Adam Kimmelman from NHL.com. Justin, you're a senior. This potentially could have been your last college game. What does it mean with that in mind to get the goal that sends you guys to the national championship game?
Yeah, obviously us seniors have a lot of desperation because we know this is our last crack at it. And, I think that's a feeling that we have throughout the whole team because you never know if you're going to get back to this point. So, it's a great feeling, but obviously it doesn't mean anything if we don't do well on Saturday. So we're looking ahead to Saturday, and we're excited for that game.
Okay, over here.
For
Ben Rothenberg, New York Times, for Justin and Adam, I guess. I mean, with the North Dakota guys, there was a little bit of shell shock, maybe a little numbness at how quickly it ended. Is it the same for you guys at all in victory? Is it sort of hard to process because the way it finished and how quickly it ended in your favor was so unexpected?
Justin.
Yeah, definitely. I think, 9 seconds left with a face-off in our own zone. If you're on their side, you're not thinking that, the game's going to come back and be won, against you. You're thinking that you might be able to get a shot off and score yourself. So I can see there's definitely probably shock on their side and definitely a surprise on our side too because really, as I said, we're thinking that we're trying to kill it off and get to overtime and just get through this penalty and then, just like that, the game's over. So, yeah, definitely it's something that's kind of surreal right now, but we're looking ahead to Saturday.
Sam, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, I saw Rao in the face-off, so I figured they just iced the puck. But then I kind of got my head up and saw that Rao was coming down, and Rao took a shot, and then Halsey was jumping up in the play like he always does, and he just wired a puck on net and happened to go in.
Nice. Adam, you want to chime in there?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. You can see on the bench the shock and disappointment. It kind of reminded what our team was like last year when we lost 9 seconds in overtime. And that's the thing about this time of the year is things like that can happen. So you really got to take care of your chances when you get them and be really good defensive. And it was hard to really look at them because we were celebrating, and that feeling we had was unbelievable. And we came in this tournament thinking it's about us. It's not about the other teams. And I think we just had a good little thing there for us, realizing we were going to the championship game off a pretty memorable experience there.
Okay, back here.
Tim Layton from the St. Paul Pioneer Press. Justin, do you take a quick peek at the goal to frame it to where you're going to put your shot, or you just put it on there, put it on target?
Honestly, at that point in the game, I was just focused on getting a shot on goal because I knew there was hardly any time left. So puck came in my stick, and I just wanted to get it on net, and, fortunately, it went in the right place. So I was happy about that.
Okay, right here.
For Sam, Jess Myers, USA Hockey Magazine, excuse me. Was your team frustrated offensively? It seemed like North Dakota did a lot of things to take away passing lanes, clog things up, not give you speed into the zone. Was there some frustration there, and what did they do?
No, I don't think there was too much frustration. Got to tip their hat to North Dakota's D. They're one of the best D corps in the nation, but I think the first couple of periods we didn't get in the blue paint in the house area, and I think in the third period, going into the second intermission, we kind of talked about that in the locker room. So I think going from the locker room onto the ice in the third period, our mindset was get pucks on net and get to the dirty areas.
Paula. Right here.
Paula Weston, U.S. College Hockey Online. This is for any of the players. How difficult was it defensively tonight against a North Dakota team that seemed really relentless?
Yeah, it was.
Sorry about this, Adam. Just for the transcriber, that's Adam Wilcox speaking.
Yeah, they put a lot of pressure on us. It was really tough at times. They were in our zone for a few minutes, getting shots off, and it seems like right when they would miss the net, they get the puck right back and shoot. But our defense did an unbelievable job blocking shots, boxing out. Halsey took one to the ear. Brzezinski had a couple to the ankles, and we really sold out in front of our net. Our forwards did a good job of getting back, tying guys up at the point. Cammy had a good job in the middle of the rink there, tying a guy up. The D collapsed down there, so I thought our team did a good job at weathering the storms, and there's a few storms that we had because they're a good team and they gave a lot of pressure on us, but I thought our team did a really good job throughout the game.
Kind of sounds like a future coach. In the back.
Joe Maloney, College Hockey News. First, Sam and Justin. Justin, right now, obviously, everyone's talking about your goal, but it seemed like it was fitting that play started with Kyle Rao winning a face-off, given everything he's done for you guys this year, and Sam just as his line mate. Could you just comment on his play tonight and all year?
Yeah, definitely. Raul's a skilled player, but he gets to the dirty areas. He's a grinder too. So playing with him is an honor for me. But like tonight, I think he had an apple on both goals. He's right in front of the net, so he's always creating havoc for the other team.
Justin.
Yeah, we can really count on Raul to get us going. We know he's bringing it every night, and that's a big reason that he's one of our captains. So he's a great asset to have on our team. And as Sam said, he was involved in both goals tonight, so it really shows how important he is to us.
Further questions for the players? Right here.
Jason Gonzalez, Minneapolis Star-Tribune. For Justin, you were able to celebrate that goal 3 times. What were the emotions like each time?
Yeah, first time I honestly didn't know it went in for like 2 seconds after, because there was a guy right in front of me, so I didn't see the goal at the time, and everyone kind of jumped on me, and I was dying at the bottom of the pile. But I was like, I didn't know how much time was left on the clock. I looked up, it was 0 seconds, so I was like, all right, let's relax a little bit, because we're not sure if this is going to count yet. And then, when it's a pretty tense minute when they're in the scorer's table or whatever, trying to figure out if it's a goal or not, and then when he comes out and he gestures the goal signal, I don't know what the right verb is for that, but it's a pretty amazing feeling, and it's, as I said, it's surreal right now, and we're just happy to be moving on.
All right, anything further for the players? Okay, last one right here.
So Adam, you mentioned, this is Ben Rothenberg, New York Times. You mentioned not wanting to look at the North Dakota players at the end. Can you just elaborate on that? It's sort of a epitome of sort of a thrill of victory, agony of defeat moment, this sort of split of your 2 emotions, 2 teams.
Yeah, definitely, and it's a tough feeling. We've been through that last year, and no one likes to go through that. It's season ender, and it's a disappointing way to go out. So in a time like that, you really don't think about what they're feeling because your emotions are so high, at the highest point in your game, and you could be winning a national championship. So, after the game, really think about what they could feel like, and that could have been your spot. So you're just really fortunate that we were able to move on, and the guys played as well as we did tonight, and we're playing the best hockey we have all year at the right time.
All right, guys, we'll let you go. Thanks much. Appreciate it. Congratulations. And we'll continue on with your questions for Coach Lucia. Right here, Jess.
Jess Myers, USA Hockey Magazine. Don, same question. It seemed like North Dakota was able to counteract your offense pretty well. Did you feel like you were well scouted?
Well, I thought North Dakota's defensemen, they all skate so well, and they generate so much from their back end that more so than any team we've seen so far this year. And we knew they were going to present some problems. They had played very confidently, and they really get up into the play from an offensive standpoint. I think we had some freshmen that looked like freshmen at times tonight, which I'm not surprised about. Hopefully they'll be a little bit more relaxed on Saturday. But North Dakota played very well, probably in many ways deserved better tonight. But, we packed our goalie, we packed our specialty teams, getting a shorthanded goal tonight. And, that was a good, smart play by Justin. He read it. There was the seconds were winding down, so it was a good, smart move to jump up into the play like he did. And that's a confident senior making a play like that. So I'm really happy for him. But North Dakota played well. I thought we did a little bit better job in the neutral zone after the first period. I thought we gave them too much their D time to move up into the play, and we're going to have to be good at that Saturday because Union's defensemen are outstanding, and as is their whole team. So, we need to play better on Saturday throughout our lineup to win on Saturday. Union is an outstanding team, and we'll do everything we can to get our guys ready to play on Saturday now.
Okay, right here, Adam.
Adam Kimmelman from NHL.com. Don, can you talk about what your emotions were on the winning goal point? I don't know if you even saw how much time was left on the clock when it went in, or if you thought it was a good goal or not.
Well, to be honest, I thought it was a good goal because I thought I saw the ref pointing before I heard the horn, and he came over and said it was a goal. But you don't know. I mean, you feel lucky, you feel relieved. I mean, here you take a penalty in the last 2 minutes of a game that's tied 1-1. But the penalty killers did a good job. Adam made some critical saves like he always does. And like I've said most of the year, we're a good team with a great goalie. And Adam gives us a chance to win, and he certainly did tonight. But that's what we've come to expect with him. And we got some timely scoring. I thought once we got the first one, and then they counter-punched right back and scored the very next shift to make it 1-1. And they had some zone time. There's no question they had some zone time. So we need to be cleaner in some areas on Saturday in our game. But it was a sense of relief for me. Something I mentioned to the guys. I mean, this is the 4th time now as a coach I'll have an opportunity to play in a national title game. And one was a double overtime, another one was a 3-2, and another one was an overtime win. And tonight was essentially an overtime win. It's hard this time of the year. And just as devastating as it was for our team last year to lose 9 seconds into overtime, here you have the elation. Probably for me, it was more relief than joy. But I'm happy for our kids that they found a way to win the game tonight.
Jeff.
Jeff Cox, SB Nation. Coach, you've been involved in a lot of great rivalry games between North Dakota and Minnesota, obviously, but this being the NCAA semifinal, how much more, is it any more kind of exciting because it was North Dakota?
To be honest, no. I think it didn't matter if we were playing North Dakota or North Carolina. And you know what? They're a good team, well coached, great program. But when you get to this point of the season, you're going to see great teams and great programs and great coaching. It's just the way it is. And hey, I've been on the other side of that. It's no fun. I feel bad for them. And we compete. You play hard. They've got passionate fans. We've got passionate fans. But for me personally, I don't get any extra enjoyment because we beat North Dakota. They were the next team that we had to get through, just like Robert Morris was the first one in St. Cloud State, and in North Dakota was the next opponent. Now we have Union, who's, probably the best team right now, and they've shown that throughout the course of the season. So we have to do everything we can to find a way to, get past Union on Saturday.
Some foreshadowing there. I like it. Expand into the South, North Carolina. That'd be great.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But that's, it is a rival. It was a little bit different this year because we hadn't played them, so you don't have the same feel of their team because there wasn't 2 or 4 games against them over the course of the season. But we've played some historic games. I think one of the things that makes a great rival, I didn't realize that I was looking through the notes that I've been at Minnesota 15 years and we were dead even in those 15 years. So now we're 1 up after 15 years. That's pretty incredible. But that's what makes a rivalry great. And I think even for the fans, because you really don't know who's going to win. And there's a little more angst and a little more anxiety going into the game and gets you a little bit more on edge. And but you have to enjoy the victories. I've been on the other side. We lost to North Dakota in the regional final in overtime. Beat them in the WCHA Final 5 in overtime. I've been on each side of it. And it's obviously elation when you win and, depressing when you lose.
Ben Rothenberg, New York Times. You talking obviously about the video work and all the diligence you put in over the season in terms of getting prepared for these moments. Is it hard coming to grips ever that it all can come down to the last second or 9 seconds in as it was last year, that all that work can lead up to something that small margin?
You see all my gray hair?
Yeah.
That's why. And you know what? You just want your kids to play well. You get to the end of the year and it's a single elimination. I've had some teams that have gone further than maybe they should have, and other teams that were upset. So you're on each side of it, just like you see in the NCAA basketball tournament. This is a great tournament. There's so many more good teams in college hockey than there was 10, 15, 20 years ago. The depth of college hockey, and I think USA's hockey is what the expansion of so many more areas where good players are coming out of. Probably some of the expansion in the NHL has created more good players in the United States than what there used to be, and I think that's led to a lot more parity to the game. So it's like I told our guys, I mean, there's no guarantee you're ever going to get back here. I mean, I don't care if you're a freshman. It's hard to get here. It's hard to get to a Frozen Four. It's even more difficult to get to the final game of the season. But, that was our goal. We met on Saturday after we lost to Ohio State, and I told them that, I'll be disappointed if this team doesn't play on the last day of the year. So now we're going to play on the last day of the year, and they've responded well over the last few weeks.
Okay. Back there.
Don, as Joe Maloney, College Hockey News, the same question I asked the players. Obviously, it was Justin that got the moment, but that play started with a play that Kyle made. He's done everything for you guys this year. Can you just kind of think back to the decision to move him into the middle, why he was the right guy for that, and then how he's responded?
I mean, at the beginning of the year, or that face-off? Beginning of the year. When we lost, Bukestad and Holl, our top 2 centers last year, Kyle was a center all his life. I mean, I watched Kyle play from Pee-wees on because he, same age group as Mario was, and he broke my heart when they won in double overtime in the regional finals at Mariucci beating Wayzata, and Kyle scored the game-winning goal, went on to score the game-winning goal in the state title game. That's the type of player he is. He scores big goals, he makes plays in those moments, and so for me, who was going to be our number 1 center? Was Condon going to play center? Was Kyle going to play center? So we moved Kyle to center. We let Nate kind of babysit the 2 freshmen on his line. But Kyle makes plays, and that was a big face-off win. I mean, you go in there, there's 9 seconds to go, and that's a critical face-off. I mean, you lose a draw, they're going to get a good scoring opportunity, but he won it. We went up the short side, and he started the play, and he made the play to Justin, and Justin scores, but it all started with Kyle winning the face-off.
All right, I think so we don't go into Friday with this press conference because Don will be back here on Friday. We're going to end it there. Don, thanks very much. And again, the last shuttle leaves at 1:30. Thank you all.
Thank you.